All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Good to see everybody. Hello to Zerzu, Scriptcat, NCTPI, Wendy Markham, Shaughn, Ziech. I am back. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday so far. Hey, Janice, good to see you. So today, I'm going to be showing probably what I think is the most delusional sovereign citizen that I've ever seen. Hey, Michael Walters. So today, let me bring up the video. And this video has been making the rounds, so some of you have already probably seen it already, but this is just too good to not cover. Let's see, share screen. This guy. And according to his own title, the entire precinct gets owned. And I love how he calls himself sovereign, unfranchised, constitutional, common law. Basically, all the sovereign citizen nonsense. So let's get right into the video.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Stephanie Glass. It's like a glass window, GLASS, badge number 5680.
I don't live in glass houses.
I'm not sure what you mean by that reference, sir.
I'm a targeted individual of gang stalking, and you are violating my rights.
A gang stopping?
Targeted individual of gang stalking.
I'm not. It's not a gang stopping, sir.
Gang stalking is what you are participating in, whether or not you know it. I'm an unarmed, non-combatant, and I travel by means of a private conveyance, personal automobile, or a personal motorcycle, which is not a present. All of which being my personal property and private personal means of conveyance to get myself and my guests peacefully and peaceably from place to place in the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Period. My level of competency and proficiency to do so, said things, is that I've been doing them since the age of majority, peacefully and peaceably. I do so on the roads and highways that are literally defined in and by the state, foreign state, and federal statutes, codes, and case law being every way, lane, road, street, and boulevard, every way, statute, codes, case, law, as being every way, lane, road, street, boulevard, and every way or place in the United States of America and elsewhere.
Like, all right, so I wonder how much money that these sovereign citizens pay for their script. Like, these sovereign citizens, man, he's reading off a script, and I mean, he's reading words, but he doesn't understand what they mean, basically. He needs a tripod, his potato is wobbly. Hey, Elena, good to see you. Like, really, I wonder if they pay money though for that script. I mean, you can get some versions of the script for free online. I've done it on past live streams. Just going through the comments. Can I have some dressing with this word salad, please? And that is correct. Just another soft-set idiot.
I have not committed a crime, nor am I suspected of committing a crime. Whether there was an infraction committed, lights and detainment unlawfully with no crime witnessed is a felony committed by your officer. I've not committed a crime. There should be no lights. There should be no harassment. There should be no stopping. There should be no detainment. There should be no questioning. I have the right to remain silent. If you need my documentation, it's right there for you, sir.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this is all over because he either ran a stop sign or he ran a red light. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Unclean Hands, good to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. This guy is so delusional, he should be arrested. Well, delusional isn't a crime, but you know, like obstructing the traffic stop, which he's clearly doing. Chili turned into a stop sign. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I could totally see that coming from 100 miles away. I wish they would exercise their right to remain silent, but they never do. Yep, it's like they love hearing themselves talk, and they think just reading words off a piece of paper is some magical spell that's going to get them out of trouble.
All right, can I just be on my way now, please? You can see I know the law.
This is the primary guy on the stop man, and I'm pretty sure he stopped because he didn't have a plate.
Nope, he said that there was a stop sign ran, and I did not run a stop sign. Okay. So it's that's the bottom line. Plates or no plates, which I'm not required to have, and I can show you all the law all day, all night. So every 5 minutes that you refuse to sign this is $100,000 out of your city coffer.
Fee schedule. Mark that one down on your bingo cards. Should have told you guys to grab your bingo cards. The soft sit bingo card, because this guy is full of soft sit word salad. And you know, I just love how these people think. If you pull me over and you keep me detained for this certain amount of time, you owe me $100,000. Like, what world do these people live on? Like, that's so nonsensical. Like, hey, the Celtic bastard. Nothing much. He didn't miss much. Basically, the start of this traffic stop where the sovereign citizen reads the usual soft sit nonsense off a piece of paper. Hey, Jack Gunner, good to see you, my friend. Won't give up their rights. Accept that rights remain silent. Just going through the comments. Let's get back to the video.
All right. I'm just trying to be courteous by speaking with you. I know I have the right to remain silent. So I'm going to engage in that right now until you just let me be on my way. Okay? In all due respect. Because I respect y'all highly. I respect you to the fullest. Absolutely. My grandfather served many years. Both of them. In law enforcement? No, in the service. Vietnam and the Navy. So it's no disrespect here.
Oh, you're good. I saw the "Don't Tread on Me." I got that.
Yeah, I have a whole. You know, I've
been in the Marines for 8 years. So
salute.
My family's also
salute. You know, look.
In the service.
My great grandfather was the founding father of this country that signed the Declaration of Independence, that made sure we had a Declaration of Independence. If it was not for my grandfather, there would be no America. Okay. His name's John Morton. Look him up. I'll give you that.
So his grandfather is allegedly John Morton, who apparently has his signature on the Constitution. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say that's not accurate. Like, and this is where the delusion comes in. And plus, you know, he's going on about how his great grandfather did all this, but here's the thing. What the hell does that have to do with this traffic stop? That it's not relevant whatsoever. There it is, and he cannot make up his mind, grandfather or great-grandfather. Yeah, he keeps switching it around, yeah. Love how this guy's stealing valor, but he's never done anything. Exactly, like, delusion at its finest. Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, what relevance does that have to do with anything going on during the traffic stop? Spoiler alert, it's not relevant whatsoever.
Best I can do for you, you know? Very simple. You know, I know my rights and I exercise them freely. And I know that I have the right to travel freely and unencumbered and unfettered. This is encumbrance and it is fettering. That means under my ruffling of the feathers, if you will, saying if you don't do this, that's terrorist threats. If I don't do this, you're going to do something to me. So it's all right. I know that there's a disconnect, and we just need to get that connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so that we can have a peaceful community and we can all live in love, brother, and under Christ. Because the law of God comes, and the law of man comes from the law of God. And I serve the law of God. That's the highest law in the land known to man. Amen. I keep my Bible here, and I'm a servant of Christ to the fullest. That's why His name is on my door. And I don't mean any disrespect to nobody. I try to carry myself respectfully and not be disrespectful until someone wants to tread on my rights. Then it's a little personal. My grandfather was killed for this. You know.
Again, completely irrelevant to anything. Like, what your grandfather has nothing to do with this traffic stop, and it's irrelevant whether he signed the Constitution or not. A DBSG line, hi Mark, license, registration, proof, insurance, leather, rinse, repeat, failed to comply, arrest his ass, end of story. Exactly, like, there shouldn't be a 30-minute debate like we're about to see. Well, not a debate, but a conversation, like license, registration, proof of insurance, failure to provide those, just arrest him. Like, it's simple. Yep, soffits can never cite a case correctly. Like, they'll cite parts of cases that, of course, the only parts that they want the officer to hear and not the full case. It's all to fit their narrative. Just going through the chat. All right.
And it's a very, it's a very serious thing. So I don't want to, take anyone else's time, and I don't want mine to be taken. And if he believes he saw me run a red light, that's here nor there as far as infractions. And I did not. I know that for a fact because I stopped beforehand, and then came through.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's what he told you, that's why he stopped. He's probably having to check the citywide cameras.
Right, and see either way, it's not a crime.
Okay.
That's the bottom line, right? If you want to write an infraction, we go to court over. That's fine and everything, but I don't consent to that because I know that there's no, in the first place, there's no, unless you witness me committing a crime which is damage to person or property, that's corpus delicti. I'm in court all the time.
Good old corpus delicti, which they basically think means in order for there to be a crime, there has to be either an injured party or damaged property. Those are the only crimes that sovereign citizens think exist. Like, oh, I just boggles my mind how somebody can get this delusional. Like, exactly, I'm in court all the time. Exactly, he doesn't know. Like, it's like I said earlier, like, they read stuff and hear about stuff, but they don't know what any of it actually means. Yep, I know Yeah, go check out Van Balion's video. He does a great job just debunking and owning this soft-sit idiot. I know some people have seen this, but I haven't covered it on my channel. And I just felt like doing it. I figured may as well just do it live instead of doing an actual video about it. Just do a live hangout.
You're in court
all the time. I got court on the 11th, coming right up. Well, it's my business, right? Personal, but yeah, I'm in the courts left and right. So it's we got a lot of things we're litigating, all over the spectrum. So I'm on E. Like just get some gas, be on the way home. So
sort it out right now, man.
Yep. And I do suggest that y'all, if you want to speak with me, this is what you have to do. That's the bottom line. You either fill this out or you let me on my way. That's the bottom line. Okay. All right. All due respect. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and engage in my right to remain silent. Okay, this is all I have for you, bud. Like I said, all due respect. You can.
I have my supervisor around. I'll have him talk to you. Okay.
All right. You don't want that?
I already told you no, sir. Unless it's a driver's license, registration, and insurance info.
I'm not required to have any of those items. I am not a driver. I'm a common law freeman traveling at the common law of God, brother. And the common law of the Constitution, which is right here. You took an oath to protect and uphold the Constitution, correct?
Now, at this point, if I was the officers, he's refused to provide his documentations, so just get him out of the car and arrest him. Like I really can't stand when officers waste half an hour to an hour trying to talk to these people. Like, you can't reason with them. Sovereign citizens are unreasonable. Hey, Patricia, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Subsets are like flat earthers of the police world, I swear to God. Exactly, Jack. Instead of operating under common law, how about using common sense? Which is something that sovereign citizens deeply lack.
Individual gang stalking. This isn't some, if this isn't some sort of stalking setup, because like I said, look it up. Targeted individual gang stalking.
No, it's not gang stalking, you delusional. Like really. You know what really gets me though? These sovereign citizens will always pull over, recite the same exact script, but here's the thing. If they really thought the police had no authority, why pull over in the first place? Like, really?
But see, I didn't target you for you.
That's what I'm saying. If
I
not,
run the red light, and that's why I stopped you.
If you're not targeting me, great. Then we have a commonality in that we're just two dudes just going about our business. That's great. I get it all the time. That's why I know my rights and know the law so thoroughly, because I've been harassed my entire life because of who.
Oh my god, you do not know the law. Watching YouTube videos does not make you a law expert.
I am because of who my grandfather is. He's the signer of the Declaration of Independence right here. His name is right on the Declaration of Independence.
Grandfather?
Yes.
Great.
John Morton is the one that made sure that we have a Declaration of Independence. If it was not for my great-grandfather, my founding father, grandfather, where there would be no America as you know it and as I know it. John Morton. That's what I'll tell you about my grandfather. I mean, that's the truth, and it's nothing that I swing around. I'm just going to the gym and going home, man. My wife was raped and sold into sex trafficking because of who I am. Raped. Sold into sex trafficking to this day. So, I've had plenty of my fair share of you know what I mean, of enough, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Nothing on this earth can be any worse than what I've been through already, except for death, and I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to go home. This place sucks.
Alright, if I was the officer at this point, just by the way he's talking, I would 5150 him. Involuntary psychiatric hold. This because of the things he's saying. Like, normal people don't say these things. Like, yeah, like, and again, it has nothing to do with the traffic stop. He just goes on these incoherent, random ramblings.
Place sucks. So I'm ready to go to heaven, man. I'm good. I don't need any more torment and tortures and hardships and hard lessons learned. None of that. You know what I mean? Just need to go home, eat, sleep, get up, do my part to help the community, and go at it again.
I see all the soul.
That's what I. That's all. That's, you can see I'm a servant of God, the Most High God. I already hold myself to the highest accountable laws known to mankind, which is the law of God. And I serve Him truthfully, and honestly. And I know that not everyone does, and that's unfortunate, brother, because He is real, and I've tested that to my death. I've been dumped across town, body dumped across town, dead, killed, hits put on me, money collected on my body.
Here in Moreno Valley?
No, not here, but in LA. Oh, in LA. So it's every man has a choice: serve the God of life, or not. You know what I mean? And I just make that. It's a simple, logical decision. Obvious.
He mentioned going to court for something personal. My guess is custody. Most likely you're correct, Script Cat. It seems with all these soft-sits and frauditors, most of them have custody cases going on or custody issues. Gee, I wonder why. Now, Patricia, he hasn't learned many lessons. Any lessons, really. If he doesn't need more hardship, then he shouldn't bring it upon himself. What a douche canoe. Exactly, and again, I say this in almost every video, but this traffic stop would likely be over if you just gave the required documents and you would be free to travel home. Does this guy think he's starred in a remake of Total Recall? My bet is that he will stop his video before it shows him being arrested. We'll see.
I wanted to live. I like smiling. Couldn't do it for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Makes a perfect 7 in the mirror. This is where you get Godzilla from. The upper mandible is called the maxilla. You got the upper mandible of God, Godzilla. All right?
Yeah, and this part, the Godzilla part, I forgot about this. I don't even know what to say to that. What does Godzilla have to do with anything?
So, I couldn't smile for 12 years. That's all I'm trying to do is have an excuse to do so every day and every moment of my life. And it was robbed from me for 12 years and then some. So, it's hard enough and challenging enough as it is. And I just, I'm just striving for a better life like anyone else, and I've discovered through all this hardship what my true rights are and what my true birthright is in Christ, etc. as well. And I just move it that freedom and within those constraints and not any more constraints than that to be pursuit of happiness and freedom in the name of our country, you know what I mean? And everything that we stand for. I got a full ride scholarship to West Point University. The only reason I didn't take it was because a friend of mine got blown up in a cargo truck on a minefield. And I said, dude, are you serious? You told me that my people were going to be all right. She's dead. And
did you serve in the military by chance?
I was this close.
Oh, okay.
I aced the ASVAB, 93, I think, on the ASVAB.
You can almost go anywhere with that score.
Absolutely. I was
West Point.
Yeah, they gave me a full ride. I was raised by the Rockefellers. They were, grooming me for presidency, honestly.
And they're having this conversation, but again, still completely irrelevant to anything going on. Perhaps the officer's just trying to stall for time so they can have backup come, but still, completely irrelevant to anything. Some people shouldn't be allowed to drive. Well, Patricia, as we all know, he's not driving, he's traveling. See what I did there? He can smile because ignorance is bliss. Exactly. I believe some sausage crap would stop if judges started giving sausage jail time for this crap. Exactly, like, they should. They need to become more strict with these sausages. Like, they need to become more strict, I mean, because it's just the same thing over and over. They get pulled over, get arrested, go to court, and then the next thing you know, they're back traveling and getting pulled over again. It's like a never-ending cycle. Yeah, I believe so. I believe he's waiting for the supervisor or some type of backup. OMG, seriously delusional. I bet he wasn't offered to West Point, and no way he got a 93. He has no reading comprehension. Well, he seems to be able to read a piece of paper with sausage nonsense on it, but other than that, you're correct, Janice. You are 100% correct, my friend. Hey, Smitty, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's get back to the video.
I don't have time to pull your chain or embellish. I don't even have time to tell you the whole story, much less make anything up, hey?
No, hold on. Just give me 1 second, okay?
God bless you, man.
Just gonna skip through the dead air for obvious reasons.
Yeah, Marina Valley Sheriff.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir? I'm Sergeant Bergen with the Marina Valley Sheriff Station.
Yes, sir.
You understand we're with the Sheriff's Department, right?
I do. I see that.
Okay.
I sure hope so, at least, huh?
Okay. Do you know what we're trying to accomplish here?
I do not.
Okay. We're just trying to verify that your truck is registered and that you have a valid driver's license.
All right.
And then
Well,
at that point, that will complete our investigation, and then we will be done and be able to get out of here.
all right. Well, I do apologize that this is all I can give you here is this this information, starting with this notice.
Okay.
All right. All due respect, of course, to your entire position. I understand you have an oath to this document here. I know my right. I know everything. Right. We're good there. But I have to exercise my rights and do all that as well.
Understand that driving a vehicle is not a right; it's a privilege.
I am not driving. Absolutely, that's true. I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
My deputy watched you drive up here.
You can call it driving or traveling, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. And, like I said in previous videos, you do have a right to travel. You can travel by walking, taking a bus, taking a train, taking a plane, Uber, Lyft, taxi. Those are all means of traveling. But when you get into a motor vehicle and operate it and drive it, then you need a license. There's a reason. I mean, well, not a reason, but when you sit in a driver's seat, there is no such gear as travel. It's non-existent. He's still operating a motor vehicle. He said he wanted to be free to drive. Yep. See, so these sovereign citizens can't even stay to their own script. Like, this is what happens to the kid who you knew who smacked on lead paint chips like they were Cool Ranch Doritos. This is why chewing lead paint is a bad idea. Yep.
Here, though.
I'm not driving.
You're not now, but you were driving when you pulled in here.
That, if I may, so that guy right there in that truck, he's driving because he's being employed to go from A to B. I'm not employed. I'm not being paid.
You were operating this motor vehicle.
I'm not operating. I'm simply traveling in my personal private conveyance.
And it requires a license and a registered vehicle to do it legally in the state of California. All I'm asking, again, all I'm asking is for your name, your birthday, and the registration of the vehicle. That's all I'm asking. You can show me that all you want. I understand that.
I've not committed a crime, correct?
You ran a red light, so yes, you did commit a crime.
That's
a traffic violation.
That is and that's what I didn't run a red light. By the way, I did stop. And that's mind you, I did stop. Okay. So in both ways, I have not committed any crime or violations. And I didn't even infract either.
Okay, we're not here to argue that, right? And you got all your legal rights, and you understand those.
Absolutely.
You can go and talk to the judge and go, hey, I didn't. If you contest it, right? We haven't even determined if we're going to give you a citation for it. Right now, this is an investigative stop to make sure that your truck is legally registered and that you are authorized to drive. You have a legal license to drive. At this point, we don't know that.
Right, and like as mentioned, I'm not a driver. That I can show you the term right here.
I mean, just look at that. He has entire freaking binders and packets worth of meaningless paperwork. Like, just because you print something off the internet, it doesn't mean it's true. Like, the cops aren't arresting him. They're helping him travel to jail for an extended stay. I mean, like, look at... I mean, he just had this whole binder, it looked like, of meaningless random paperwork. Just going through the chat, see if I missed anything. All right.
You're the operator of this vehicle.
I'm not operating. I'm simply traveling in my personal private property, personal private conveyance. The law is right here. Every bit of case law and the documentation from which case it comes from is right here. It shows what a driver is and what a vehicle is and what a motor vehicle is.
Is there any way I can get you to step out?
Not at all, sir. Not at all, sir. Because I have not.
Nothing we can do to get you to.
No, sir. I'm perfectly with lawful.
I do not want to take you to jail.
I'm perfectly lawful, and I'm within my rights and the scope of the law, the most supreme law of the land, which is the Supreme Court, which states right here that I do not even need a license. But that's not the question.
You do need a license in the state of California. The state law supersedes.
No, it does not, sir. It does not supersede the Supreme Court. That's the whole point.
Requirements for driver's licenses to operate a motor vehicle.
Right.
It absolutely does.
A motor vehicle. That's what that is. A motor vehicle. This is not a motor vehicle, sir. This is a private conveyance.
Under California law, this is a motor vehicle.
No, sir. Absolutely.
Like, why is the cop debating with him? Like really, just arrest him and tell him to tell it to the judge. Like, this is why I don't know, like, I find these type of stops starting to be more annoying, if anything. Like, I love the no-nonsense cops, like the one in my last video that I posted the other day. That cop was having none of his soft-sit foolishness. The current edition of Black's Law defines drivers as the operator of a motor vehicle. Of course, but you know, these soft-sits, they'll always reference an outdated version of Black's Law dictionary so that it fits their narrative. Taser. Oh, where's P. Barnes when we need him?
Absolutely not. This is my personal private property, brother.
And it's a motor vehicle.
No, it is not. That is defined right here. I will show you.
Okay.
If you know, and mind you, you must acknowledge that at we've been going here 16 minutes.
Okay.
Every 5 minutes that you take of mine, if you elect not to fill this out, I have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, here's a little spoiler alert for you, Soft-Sit. You are not going to see a penny of your so-called fee schedule. Like, that's not how any of this works. Like, you're not getting a penny. Trust me.
I'm just doing this out of courtesy because I just want to go home. I want y'all to go home. All right. But every 5 minutes that you do not elect to fill this out.
Why are you not cooperating with us?
I am cooperating. I'm fully cooperative.
We've asked for your driver's
license.
But
I'm exercising my right.
Registration of your vehicle.
Here, sir. This is what I have for you. Okay. All right.
We have asked for your driver's license and your registration. This has absolutely nothing on it.
Sure it
It
does.
says nothing with any sort of information that I'm requesting.
That has everything that you need from me in order
It
to
does
engage
not.
with me. So you haven't even read it yet. You're just taking a cursory glance, and then you're dismissing it.
Notice of injury and or report of detainment.
You've detained me.
You are detained right now.
You're detaining me.
Absolutely.
So then you need to go
And I have
through.
I have a legal right.
I have
do
not
that.
committed a crime.
You have.
I have
An
not
infraction
committed.
is a crime.
All right, let's go over what a crime is now, since we want to have.
Oh my god, like, see, if I was the officer, I'd be like, no, we're not going to sit here all night looking up the definitions of crimes. Like, you either give me your documentation or you're going to jail. Like, it's as simple as that. I would not have any patience with them. If I was a police officer, my taser wouldn't be driving, but traveling to the nerve system. Just travel that electricity from point A to B. Like, break the window, arrest, and move on. Yes, that's what should happen, but I don't think it's going to. The cop should tell him to pop his hood and tell him what's under that hood. It's a motor. You were driving a motor vehicle. Exactly.
Studies on what everything is.
I'm not here to study.
Neither am I, brother. Neither am I. My grandfather signed this document right here that you swore an oath to. His name is John Morton. That's what I'll give you. His name is John Morton. That is my great grandfather. He's the founding father of this country. He's the one that made sure that there was a Declaration of Independence in the first place. He's the one that made sure there was an America. If it was not for my grandfather.
And does anybody else notice, like, just right there, that at times he seems to talk really fast, as if, I don't know, he's rapping or something. That's how fast he talks sometimes. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some type of drugs in his system or something. Like, hey, Peter, good to see you. This is a great way to burn time on a shift. Well, that's true. I mean, if it's a slow night and the officer has nothing better to do, but still, why would officers want to listen to soft sit nonsense all night? Exactly, Janice. I completely agree. There is no reason in what's stupid.
There would be no America. You would not have that badge. You took an oath to that document that he signed. And my grandfather is dead right now for this country. So I'm not playing with this. This is not going to continue to happen to me. Nobody's going to harass me. Okay?
This is not harassment.
This is harassment at this point because you have taken my time. You've asserted that I have done something wrong and I have not. I'm just traveling to and from going home. And the last time that I it's not a concern of yours, sir. It is here in town. All right. So yes, sir. Here's your definition of a motor vehicle right here. Okay. The term motor vehicle means every description of carriage or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and used for commercial purposes. All right. That's in case law right there. That's Supreme Court case law. Commercial purposes only. And it says period right here on the highways, period. That is from American Mutual Liability Insurance Company versus Chaput. So it's got it documented. We can look this up, Google it all day right now, whatever needs to be done. The term used for it's that's irrelevant. It's relevant, but it's the bottom line is motor being employed in commercial purposes for hire on the highways. That's a drive.
The states are allowed to add upon that.
Absolutely not. It says it right here where
which is why it's states' rights. It's why there's a split between Congress here in the state of California and Congress in the United States.
Right, and that is why
we're allowed to impose our own laws in California as
not at all.
Arizona and Washington and Oregon.
At this point, I would just take him out of the car. I mean, really, there's no reasoning with these people. I mean, nobody cares about your hardly known great-grandfather. It's not like his signature created the United States. It was just one name of many, exactly. And plus, we don't even know if that's really if that was really his great grandfather. I mean, and furthermore, his that great grandfather, his name on the Constitution, has absolutely nothing to do with the traffic stop. Like, he's a living example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I agree, Jack. Grandpa's dead because the human lifespan has never been 200 years. Like, exactly. I mean, well, most people don't even live to 100. Like, a Sobson who loves the sound of his own voice? I didn't see that coming. Just going through the chat. Exactly, a dictionary is not a law book. Yep, try telling that though to these Sobsons, I mean.
There are constitutional rights, yes, but the states are allowed to add upon such rights.
Not at all. It actually goes out of its way to directly differentiate that the state may not impose any extra where the Supreme Court has already ruled. Just find it for you here in a moment. A political subdivision of this state may not require an owner of a motor vehicle, even if this was a motor vehicle, which is defined as that vehicle over there, to register the vehicle. Registration by political subdivision prohibited. Okay. What else? I'm not subject to inspection, right?
Not inspecting.
Right. Interrogation, if you will. The right of a citizen to use the highways includes the streets of town, city, anywhere. A state may not impose a charge for the enjoyment of a right granted by the federal Constitution. Bottom line, bam, we're done. Right there.
To drive a car is not a right, it's a privilege.
It is driving. That is driving. To be hired and employed, if you want to call that a privilege, that's fine. However, we can go right back here.
Oh my god. Driving is a privilege. Like, because if it was a right, they would literally just hand everybody a driver's license. Like, there was a Sobson who tried this stuff in Mexico. He was ran out of town by people with guns. Oh, you mean Mr. Mormish? Like, or Moorish, Mormish, Moronish. That's what I like to call that guy. Freaking. I'll have to check on it. I haven't checked on his channel in a couple weeks. This officer should pull him out and stuff that stuff in paperwork where it belongs. Somewhere the sun doesn't shine, so to speak.
See, why would you need a license to do something that's already a right? If you have a right to do something, you should not. There's no need to be licensed to be permitted to. It's like saying you have a right to. It's a privilege to breathe. It's a privilege to. If I was pulling a horse down the carriage, a carriage down the way, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You have the right to.
Have you ever like bought alcohol before?
Bought alcohol?
Yeah.
Sure.
You have to produce an ID that shows that you're above the age of 21, right?
Right. And
so where in the Constitution does it say that you have to be at a certain age in order to purchase alcohol?
Well, we're dealing with property.
I know.
We're dealing with property and travel
that you can purchase and consume. Although you're not consuming this car, I get it, but it falls under kind of that same umbrella where you have to have some sort of identification in order to do such acts.
And see, I have been doing this. Right. Watch. I have been traveling and evidencing that I am capable of doing so since the age of maturity. Let's see here. So my level of competency and proficiency to do so, said pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness, said to do so things, is that I've been doing them since the age of majority, peacefully and peaceably. I'm 35 years old, okay? We are all competent here. I'm not under any influence. I'm coming out of the gym. I'm going home.
I'm not suspecting that whatsoever.
Right? So, you know, here and this is, you know, y'all are officers of the law, peaceable officers of the law, right? And so we can go back here. First and foremost is right there. U.S. Supreme Court says no license is necessary to drive automobile on public highways or streets. Period. Bottom line. We can go through all the case law that
he's cherry picking Supreme Court rulings. Sorry if that's just a garbage. I'm not sure if you can hear that outside. It's just a recycling truck. Seems to be going away now. But anyway, Herbert tried to quote the United States Constitution of Mexican police. You can't make this up. I think I've seen that video. He goes, yeah, like, it's ridiculous. Going to another country and quoting United States laws, like, how stupid do you have to be to do that? Plus, the Mexican police can make people disappear. Like, he is not the brightest bulb in the lamp, so to speak. Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. This guy is not competent, like, and he is deep, deep down the sovereign citizen rabbit hole. Exactly. Once again, officer, there is nothing you can say to this. Well, I'm not going to say it, but you know what it says, like. And right now, I mean, he could be charged with obstruction if you really think about it, because by doing all this and reading all this nonsense, he's obstructing the traffic stop. Herbert's antics pissed his family off so much they refused to give him money to come back to the United States, so he tried to crowdfund his way with no clue if that worked. Hey, Tani Aye, good to see you. No worries for being late. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
it supports this statement. It's right there. It says it right there. These Supreme Court justices are right there and have decided that. And here's all the case law showing. These are all, this situation right here are all boom, 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 boom. Right? So unless you want to just be, you know, just get him in court. Unless you want to be like that, if this, then there's nothing to discuss here. You know what I'm saying? All due respect, because we already have it discussed. We're all wasting our time here. If we want to waste more time and waste the judge's time, waste the court's time, and now you've been informed, and we can go right here where it shows that once you've been, there's ignorance is not an excuse, especially for an officer of the law, right? So if I'm required to know my right to know the law, and it's no ignorance of the law is no excuse for me in court as just a common citizen, as a common freeman, then of course an officer of the law, it has no excuse. Ignorance is not a defense at all, right? So statutes at large in California, chapter 412, page 83, okay? Highways are for the use of traveling public. It's an inalienable right. The use thereof is an inalienable right given by God to move freely, meaning I pay no money, freely, and unencumbered, meaning you can't get in my way. You're not allowed to stop me or intimidate me because of thereof, right? That's unfettered. If you fetter me, if you ruffle my feathers for sake of, oh, there's no plates, oh, you don't have this license, you don't have that, that's fettering. That means you're harassing.
But if you were to
and more delusional nonsense from the sovereign citizen. Like, just so much word salad. Like, you know, freaking all of this over a freaking ticket. Like, do these sophomores not have anything else better to do in their lives? Like, apparently not, because they would rather argue with an officer during a traffic stop than just take the ticket, go home, and then fight it in court. Like, really, the side of the road is not a courtroom. I hope you feel better, Tani. Hope you feel better soon, my friend. Just going through the chat. The cops are listening too long to this nonsense. I agree. Like, he should have been pulled out of the car about 10 minutes into this, in my opinion. Yeah, they love to say with all due respect. When somebody has to say with all due respect, that means they're going to be disrespectful. I mean, exactly. NCT, PTA, useless garbage, cherry-picked lines that he uses out of context. But that's what all these soft-sits and froggers do. They cherry-pick Supreme Court cases and twist it so it fits their narrative.
Across the street jaywalking, we could stop you to see that you're okay, one, and two, because it's an infraction to jaywalk across the street, across a highway, roadway, whatever you want to call it, that you could be hit by a car.
Well, I definitely wasn't crossing any streets and wasn't endangering anyone. There was nobody around that I have endangered, and we can go straight to that part where you must, without a corpus delicti, meaning an injured party, there is no crime, meaning that as soon as you light those lights, brother, that's a felony against you. If there's no crime that you witnessed and it has to be damaged to.
I observed an infraction.
All right, as you've confessed that you have observed what you believe to be an infraction, mind you, what you believe, right? Because all you saw was me turn onto that road. Mm-hmm. Whether or not I stopped back here and I rolled up, that's to be determined. But what you witnessed was no crime, no damage, no threat to anyone. Correct? So I didn't. There's no definition. By definition, there is no crime committed. That means that you have no right, no jurisdiction to stop me. That's the bottom line. I can show you right here. Okay.
But if the police don't have jurisdiction to stop you, then why did you even pull over when they stopped you? Like, hey, Robster, good to see you, my friend. Like, it just boggles my mind that they go on about how they don't have jurisdiction and no authority. If they really believed that, then they wouldn't stop. It's all just I don't know, word salad. Like, and exactly, Peter. Sausage like to think words have magical meanings. Just do your job. Pull him out by his man ponytail. It's like, yeah, they recite the same exact script, all of them, thinking it has magical powers, like, when we all know that it doesn't.
Which, mind you, like I said, I'm not required to do until he fills that paperwork out. I'm just doing this out of courtesy because I love you in Christ, okay?
What would filling out that paperwork, what would that do?
It's required by law. It is required by, read it. It's required by law.
What is it, though?
It's an affidavit that you have noticed that you have acknowledged the law and that you're going to operate by the law. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then it's $100,000 for every 5 minutes of my time.
So then I fill that out and I give that to you. Will you still give us your license registration?
No. That all that means is that we can communicate.
I'm giving you.
Hang on, let me just see something in chat. Exactly, this guy. This channel and anybody who supports it makes me sick. Well, here's the thing. There are millions of YouTube channels on here on YouTube, so if you don't like the content, you are free to leave. Like, I don't know, it just irritates me sometimes that people feel so entitled that they think they can just come into anyone's chat room and start respecting us in the community. Hey, Elweed Skador, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let's get back to the video.
You could, yes, because you're a public servant. I'm a private citizen. See, I'm a common law, unenfranchised common law freeman and a sovereign being, right? So you have elected through employment to enter into your position of occupation, and you serve the public, which is we the people. I am a member of we the people, right? See, so by paying my taxes and by paying for gas, that's where this comes from. So in that situation, I have every right to request of you all the information. Who are you and what are you doing, and that you provide information.
Already. I
See,
give you my name, my badge number.
Right.
I'll even give you the incident number of this call once we're done.
Right. And see, being that I'm a private citizen, I am not obligated to engage in conversation. I have every right to be left alone. I can show you right here. I can go straight to it. I have every right to be left alone and on my way and be come and go as I please, unencumbered, meaning not stopped. Not stopped. I have the right to be not be stopped unless I run somebody over, hit somebody, damage.
See, and that's what they think corpus delicti means. A literal injured party or a dead corpse. I mean, these people really think that unless there's a victim or damaged property, then there's no crime. Hey, Ziggy, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, thank you, my friend. September is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. You just be you. You do a good job. Exactly. I try to ignore the hater, but that is what it is. Anyway, let's not give that guy any more attention. But going back to the stop, though, I mean, they really think these subsets, like, I just want to know how somebody becomes this deluded and falls this deep down this rabbit hole. Like, it boggles the mind, kind of. Like,
let me go to that real quick for you, okay? So we can understand what's going on here, that I have not committed a crime, because a crime is defined by damage. Here you have it, okay? Oh, where'd he go? Okay. So I'm just, bottom line.
And something else that I just thought of, like, I'm not sure if this guy's YouTube channel is monetized, this offset, but if it is, and he posted this video, and if he makes a single penny on his video, then right now he would technically be operating in commerce. Like, so it's like these people twist things around and spin it so it fits their narrative, but then when we use logic, they get mad and it's like they don't like being called out on their delusions. Wrong as usual, he wasted another minute of the officer's time, so 1 more month of jail for all of them. Yeah, if only the law was that simple. Hey, yep, he is deep down the rabbit hole, Zerzeus, to say the least. Like, he has binders and folders full of meaningless stuff that he printed off the internet.
Line here is that I'm 100% lawful, entirely within the scope of legality. I haven't infracted any legalities, because I didn't even run that light or stoplight or any of that. If that's to be determined, then then determine it and talk to me later. But as of now, I have not committed a crime. And that as soon as he lit those lights up without a crime being committed, that is a felony. See. So this is all going to come back to him as like, hey, what do you think you were doing lighting those lights up without an emergency or a crime committed? You have broken the law. And then you're coming to me telling me that I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just going home. I'm doing nothing wrong. Not to mention that you people, right? God bless you, but your counterparts have already established a set up situation where they harassed me all the way to my house and towed my motorcycle and overnight charged me $600 for a motorcycle tow when it was on my property. So you're telling me that I'm doing something wrong when I'm just coming and going, and everybody else is harassing and stalking, gang stalking, following me around everywhere.
You know, there's this pretty simple concept in life. Like, if you don't want the police to bother you, then don't break the law. Like seriously. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, I've never had a negative interaction with a police officer because I don't break the law. Like, just going through the comments. He demands money for his time. The judge should give him time for wasting the officer's time. I agree, and that's how we should really handle these soft-sits. Like, but Mark, his grandfather was the founder of the U.S. That means he can decide if it's commerce or not, for reasons. Soft-sits are like little children, like, complain, why do these laws have to apply to me? Like, thank you, Robster, for the £5 super chat. They're like sheep following the herd and half as smart. Oh, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. That's what comes to mind, like, from that meme from that movie, rather, like, stop breaking the law, a-hole. Just going through the chat. I am not convicted yet, therefore innocent. Therefore, no one can be pulled over or arrested no matter what they have done, because that assumption means there is nothing to arrest them for.
There I go. Want to make an example out of me? You're only making an example out of yourself before God, because I serve him. All right? It's the only reason I'm doing this is to educate you, because I know that I am fully lawful. And this needs to stop happening, especially to me. And it's going to. Hello, sir.
Sure. Trying to look for a resolution to this.
It's just letting me go about my business, brother.
Okay, unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Well, that is unconstitutional, sir.
At this point, that's something that you can contest at a later time. But we are not going to leave until we have verified your driver's status and your vehicle status.
Well, I can tell you my driver's status. I am not a driver. I do not drive.
Okay.
I travel.
Okay. We can have a disagreement right here. That's fine. I don't mind about that. But what
and so I'm to be hauled into court.
Okay, I'm not going to haul you into court. Right? That's not my intention.
I'm to be summoned to court and discuss things that have already been discussed.
Can I explain?
All right.
What will happen?
But you haven't given me my notice back. That's $100,000 for every 5 minutes. So if you want to take more of my time,
either
Again, your fee schedule may work in the land of make-believe, but it's not going to work here in reality. Your fee schedule is absolutely meaningless. It's worthless. Just because I wish I could just walk up to some random person and say, well, if you don't do this, you owe me $100,000. Like, yeah, that's not how the world works. Like, so freaking delusional.
Do you provide your name, birthday, so we can verify who you are, and your driver's license status?
Which I haven't committed a crime, so I'm not obligated to do, but all right, I hear you.
Okay. And your registration status, right? Or at least the VIN number to your vehicle so we can verify. I don't even need to see the paperwork.
Well, see, that's under duress. You're telling me if I don't give to you, you're gonna harass and detain, and this is my vehicle.
Sir, what I will do.
I'm sorry, not vehicle. This is my private conveyance, though.
Do if you do not.
See, I love how he had to correct himself. You see, this is a vehicle. Oh wait, I mean a private conveyance. He can't even stick to his own script. Hey, Joshua Lee, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Not comply is I will break this window.
Well, that's destruction of property. That's a crime.
Fine. I will unlock this door and we will forcibly remove you from this vehicle. You are now obstructing our investigation.
Okay, let's. You're
obstructing our
since you're in. Okay, since you're encumbered.
We will take you to court, and you will see the magistrate, and you can discuss all that stuff, and you can bring all this stuff you want to court. Okay, do you understand that?
Duly noted. Now,
okay,
so
then you understand the repercussions if you don't provide us the information that we are requesting.
Right? I heard what you said. Okay? Yes, sir. I heard what you said.
I appreciate and I respect your constitutional rights.
Do you? You took an oath, brother. You took an oath, and you're violating them right now.
And I'm trying not to violate your constitutional.
Well, you already have.
I am not violating your constitution.
All of you individuals, sir, have already done so.
No, they didn't, jackass. Pulling somebody over is not violating your constitutional rights. Yeah, safe life on speed dial. Thank you, some random dude, for the $2 super chat. Like the video, everyone. Yep, I mean, please feel free to like the video and share it. It helps the channel grow. So be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Just going through the chat, see if I missed anything. I don't care what type of dress I got it, you're wearing. For a random group that hates the idea of forcing contracts, they sure do seem to like to force contracts. Yeah, that's the other thing. I like how this moron titled his video, Sheriff Gets Owned. Like, and if you go to his comment section on his video, like, some of the he replies to people who are obviously calling him out on his BS, and some of his replies, like, I can't even comprehend what he was writing because it was just so delusional. Like, it was so nonsensical, some of the replies that he wrote in his comment section.
And I can show you right here and now. Okay. If we're gonna take our time, if we're gonna take my time,
take our time, absolutely. I'm giving you the benefit
because I'm peaceable. I'm peaceable.
Okay, and you understand.
He's peaceable, like he can't even English right, like peaceable.
The consequences of what will occur if you do not comply with us, right? Ultimately, in the end, that's what's gonna happen. And I don't have all night to do this.
Right. And nor do I. And I have the right here to travel freely and unencumbered. That means that all this is right here is encumberment. You're encumbering my travel.
Okay.
And with no
California, you're required to have a valid driver's license, and your vehicle is required to be registered. Currently registered.
All right. So let's address one claim at a time. In the state of California, you said that I have this requirement. All right. So let's go to the state law that says that addresses what you're speaking about, okay? Because like I said, every single thing is right here for you to have.
The California Penal Code, it says that? Or the California Vehicle Code, you have that section?
Yeah, I have this here, sir. So a state may not impose a charge for the enjoyment of a right granted by federal constitution. The right grant here that we're speaking of, the right to drive a vehicle. It is a right to travel. I am not.
Drive a vehicle. You can travel all you want.
All right, let's talk about driving. Okay, let's
by horse.
By a horse or horse-drawn carriage, exactly. Let's talk about what driving is so we can understand the law here, what driving and what a motor vehicle is, which you haven't given me my affidavit back, so I'm not required to do this until you fill that out, technically. But I'm trying to be courteous, trying to be cooperative.
Sir, I'm trying to give you every opportunity to just open the door and provide us the information as requested. I don't even need you to open the door at this point. I just need your information that we're requesting.
Like I said, the best I can do for you is I can give you my grandfather's name that signed this document. Okay. His name is John Morton.
Your grandfather or great-grandfather, whatever you want to call him, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this traffic stop. Like this isn't some game show where you can phone a friend and be like, well, here's my grandfather's information. I don't have to give you my information. Like, whatever your grandfather did, whether or not he's on the Constitution, is completely irrelevant. Thank you, some random dude, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your membership. And thank you again to Robster for the £5 super sticker. Thank you very much, my friend.
Name the same as yours.
And I stand on the Constitution and I stand on the common law. And it says here, traveling is not a privilege requiring licensing, registration, nor forced insurances. It is a right. Let's go to what a right is. A legal right, a constitutional right means a right protected by the law, by the Constitution, but government does not create the idea of right nor original rights, but acknowledges them. Rights are given to us by God. I have the right to travel freely.
You can travel freely.
And unencumbered. That's all I'm doing is traveling freely.
You are operating a motor vehicle.
No, I'm not, sir.
Okay. Process, you're operating a motor vehicle.
So, all right. So you're under the belief that I'm operating a motor vehicle. The right to operate a motor vehicle, an automobile, upon the public streets and highways is not a mere privilege. It is a right of liberty, the enjoyment of which is protected by the guarantees of the federal and state constitutions. And where is that from? That is from Barbarian versus Lucier. That's case law documented right there in the Supreme Court.
To have a driver's license.
No, sir. Okay, I'll go to that part right now. I will go to that part right now, sir, then. That the state may not.
Like, I'm kind of starting to get a little bit annoyed with the officers. Like, really. They've been standing there now for, in video time, 34 minutes. Probably some of that was probably edited out at some point. But, like, they've been standing there now for at least half an hour, just basically going through this cycle, asking him for his documentation, and then he just starts citing Supreme Court cases and rulings that fit his narrative. Like, just pull him out of the vehicle and arrest him. It doesn't work. Have to add more greats, as the guy he mentioned died in the late 1700s. Exactly. And they're definitely way too patient with them, that's for sure. Just going through the chat, making sure I didn't miss any comments. All right, let's get back to the video.
Not impose.
Is there anything else I can say or do to get you to actually provide me the information I'm requesting?
All right,
vehicle, registration information and your driver's license, or at least your name and birthday, so I can identify who you are.
All right, so
and your driver's license status.
So you need my name, which
your name and your birthday,
which
so
as we
who you are.
Right, which as we both know, right? If there's no crime committed, I'm not required to.
You just committed a crime by running a red light.
That is not a crime, and it's been repeated. It has been an infraction.
It is an infraction.
Infraction is not a crime because a crime is corpus delicti. That means damage. Right. All right. That means damaged body or person. That means I'll go right to it so that I'm not misquoting. All right. Without corpus delicti, there cannot be a crime. There can be no crime. It's not a possibility. All right. Traffic infractions are not a crime. This is from People versus Battle. We're wasting our time. If we take this to court, we're wasting the court's time and the judge's time. All right, then then we're all learning.
It's California law at this point.
California law answers to the Supreme Court law, sir. Correct? Am I mistaken?
Oh God, he just referenced People versus Battle. Which reminds me of my very first stop sit video with that woman who basically just repeated that the entire stop. It didn't work out well for her, if you remember that video. Yeah, Corpus Select I drink. Still a little too early to start really drinking, but well, the first time I saw this video, I definitely did drink, though. Sir, I'm an elephant and only live under law of the jungle. Yeah, these officers are being way too patient and lenient. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because they haven't dealt with the soft sit or what, but maybe they're just inexperienced, perhaps. Hopefully, these officers at least now know what to look for in the future and know that when they start reciting the script, they know they're dealing with a soft sit and to not listen to that nonsense. If we did that, we would all be drunk in 15 minutes. My fee schedule will apply if this doesn't end in a window smash.
Mistaken?
I understand.
That is correct, right or wrong? The California law, state law, answers to Supreme. That's why we have a judicial process, because it answers to the Supreme Court.
Is there anything I can say or do to get you to open this door and provide the information I request?
Well, sir, I'm not. Am I
understand?
required to do
I've
so?
already told you what the consequences are. We will break your window.
So you're willing. Hold on. You're willing to damage my property, which is a crime. That's we just went over.
Yes, I am at this point.
Why?
I'm giving you the opportunity because.
Why would you do such a thing? Why would you break the law when I haven't broken the law? Why would you do that?
You committed an infraction.
So over what your officer believes is an infraction, you're willing to commit a crime?
To avoid this is provide me the information I'm asking.
So under duress. So you're placing me under duress to coerce me into cooperation?
Place you under arrest is what I'm going to do.
For what crime?
For obstructing my investigation.
Okay, let's see. I'm not trying to obstruct any investigation, and we can go to that part right there that speaks about the investigation. All right, it's on that contract, on that affidavit, which you haven't filled out and given me back, as a matter of fact.
I won't be filling it out.
Well, then that's $100,000 for every 5 minutes. That's fine with.
He's repeated his fee schedule to these officers at least 5 times now. And again, the same answer is, you're not getting a penny of that supposed fee schedule.
Okay, well, that's fine with you. All right, so you want to write me a citation?
I don't even have any write you a citation at the moment.
I'm sorry?
We haven't even discussed the citation. We're going to find out if you're even valid to drive the vehicle.
Well, I'm not, like I said.
And if the vehicle is registered in the state of California or any other state for that matter.
Okay, so you need verification of driving.
See, now, his video cuts off there, but he did post the part 2. And something tells me, between those 2 recordings, he eventually handed the officer his license. Just a gut feeling. But of course, he couldn't put that on camera because he wants to make it look like that the officer finally just left him alone. Let me bring up part 2 here. Oh god, the way he titles these videos. Whole Sheriff Precinct gets owned by sovereign citizen, unfranchised constitutional common law free man. Like, what kind of even title is that? Like, let me bring up the video. Let me check the chat too. Mark, what address should I send you my fee schedule for 100 Stanley nickels every 5 minutes? I would love to see the body cam. Like, the body cam would be great. My fee schedule: 10 days in jail for each minute I had to listen to your bullpuckery. Thank you, Adam, for becoming a member. Thank you, my friend.
Right, amen. Amen. Checks and balances, baby. We gotta have them, huh?
But that's what the Constitution does. Local laws regulate.
Right, because otherwise it would be micromanagement nightmare. And I get that.
State laws, local, they regulate the citizens.
And
you can't murder, steal.
Right.
You know, it may get petty on some, and I'll give you that.
Right.
It gets down into some really petty stuff.
Right. Semantics and finite details, and it's like, oh my God, can we just?
There's a judicial system, and that's why you have the right to see a judge and go forth. But we also are empowered to enforce these to the best of our abilities.
Amen.
And I do appreciate you. It took a while, but we got a good rapport going. Unfortunately, you're sweating like a.
Yeah, well, I just got out of the gym, so I don't mind it. It's just another exercise, and
it took a bit
as long as there's some reception on your end, you know what I mean?
So the way it basically sounds like I said earlier, in between recordings, he did hand over his license, registration, and insurance. Of course, the softset didn't want to put that on video.
All of y'all, as long as, man, you got to understand that we are on the same team, and we have a real enemy. It's not this guy, right? You know what I mean? There's a real situation out here that devil is a real fucking guy, bro. Face to face, met him. I've talked to him.
And we're only here for a short period of time, and we got to deal with that.
Right. And what we do here, see, this is the training ground for what happens in eternity. What we do here, if we knowingly
he's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Yep, that's for sure, the Celtic bastard. I will be so sad when we update our laws to force YouTube to ban these type of videos. People are gonna lose so much free content. Maybe. But if that ever happens, I mean, well, then it is what it is. I bet this guy probably smelled like shit too.
disacknowledge and dismiss and reject the truth while we're here, that is blasphemy to the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is of truth. That is unforgivable. When we know we're doing wrong, see, when we're doing wrong and we don't know it, that's called grace. Thank God for grace. But when we know we're doing wrong, that's what's got to stop. We got to be stronger than that. That's it. We got to just stop doing what we know is wrong.
How do we deal with it
when I'm combatant?
Right and I'm doing right, but we're at disagreement.
Okay, then we just hash it out like you said in court. We could do it. It's better to do it here.
We've done a pretty good job of hashing out
right here. And we get it. Now, to answer your question fully, we got to remove our ego, first of all, especially if you got a badge covering it. You got to take the ego out, so it's just the law. So that when you come to be proven wrong, you can say, okay, I'm wrong. That's all right. Okay, I stand corrected. That's all it takes for us all to have everything we need here, is just admitting when we're wrong.
100%.
Amen. That's all it takes.
100%. Don't forget that yourself.
God bless you and everything you do in Christ, man. I'm here for you. It's in full support. You know what I mean?
Logan, so signing here is not admitting guilt.
Right.
Okay. This means you're promising to just show up in court. I will be there on that same date and time too. Okay. If this thing doesn't get resolved civilly or just before the courts even get involved. Okay. Right. So the signature right here. By law, being that the vehicle is unregistered over 6 months, we can tow it. I don't want to tow it. I want you to still get home.
It's a whole lot of stuff to in here. I wouldn't want to wish that on anyone. This is ridiculous. I just got off a little thing that I had to do for somebody, and it just
you got tools and stuff in there, so
right.
You're working.
Well, I'm doing my best to just help out.
We do caution you that.
Oh, yeah.
5 miles down the road, you can be in this exact same predicament.
Well, tell them. Right? Well, say, hey, there's this guy, and he's the lawful common.
Logan, there's a million cops in this country.
Well, I'm the only one that likes that's like this, though. Well, you could say, put up. You got APBs for criminals.
Doesn't work like that.
Put up APBs for outstanding citizens. Huh? How about that? Give me a freaking merit badge or something.
That's not how it works, moron. Like, Like, did he just wait? Did he really just say, "Give me a merit badge"? Like,
Put up APBs for outstanding citizens. Huh? How about that? Give me a freaking merit badge or something. What the hell?
yeah, no, like you're not getting a merit badge, idiot. Oh my god, so much delusion. Just going through the chat. Stop being a jerk, learn to read, and stop being an internet lawyer, and stop that fake Christianity. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if his religion, I mean, if he's just doing that, or if he's just saying that stuff, or if he really believes in it, but it's still, it's not, it has no freaking meaning during the traffic stop. All that incoherent rambling he did. It's meaningless.
Oh.
It'd be nice if we could.
Put up a freaking picture, man. They got it
Gold
all over the
stars.
place anyway, as it is.
Gold stars.
Yeah, well, you know. Tetragrammatons.
So, Logan, I appreciate you, ultimately coming
Okay,
down,
I'll shake your hand too, man.
God bless y'all.
coming around, and I'm glad that
Y'all
you
just
all-
do me the only favor I request is that you honor this book. It's not a game. It's not playing. It's not lying.
Yeah, and what you're referencing to is just nonsensical crap that you printed off the internet and think for some reason that it has magical powers to get you out of trouble. You're just reciting nonsense that is not the law.
And if you're wondering about it, call me. I'll tell you all about it. How I have tested that thing to the death of me. You honor the law of God, and when we're good, you can stop me anytime you want. Personally, I freaking love y'all in Christ, man. You don't understand what I've been through and how I've evidenced that the next man I'm the brother's keeper. You're my brother. I'm gonna keep that. Don't abuse it. Don't take advantage. Don't take it for granted.
Remember, we're all going through stuff.
That part.
We're all going.
Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to call and see how I'm doing. I'm the first one checking up on everybody else. Call.
But Mark, its powers clearly come from the red ink. It has since no one else can get it. This guy is as much as an outstanding citizen as I am a rocket scientist. Spoiler alert, I am not a rocket scientist. Exactly, the Celtic bastard, I mean. He really thinks he's an outstanding citizen. Well, if he keeps this up, I mean, he'll eventually get arrested and do a lot of jail time, I think. Just because he is so deep down that rabbit hole, like, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out on his channel, that's for sure.
Call me, ask me, are you all right? You need anything? Yeah, I need my wife out of Vegas where she's being human trafficked. What's up with this human trafficking running rampant in this country? Let's get that addressed because they keep stealing wives out of Christian homes and bragging about it. That's my
I'm gonna argue that.
that's my
Trafficking is an absolute real thing.
Yeah, and it's very it's pathetic, it's sadistic, it's disgusting.
Logan, I don't want to take up any more of your time.
Again, likewise.
It was it's an extended encounter. I do apologize. We couldn't come to I think we came to a pretty good.
I do. I agree.
Agreement.
I'd like no paperwork. I like it.
Oh yes, I do. I do have a good smashing video coming up for all of us to watch. Aside from the sausage stupidity, it amazes me how long the officers stay with the guy listening to the rambling. Exactly, Adam. I mean, the officers wasted so much time listening to this guy ramble on incoherently. Like, should have just arrested him freaking 10 minutes into the traffic stop.
In the future, say, "Oh, you're a common law citizen? Pfft, get out of here, boy."
Yeah, unfortunately,
when we get there, we'll
it's
arrive.
not that simple with the way the laws are at the moment. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? Maybe down the road, but right now,
well, that's kind of what
we're still expected to enforce California law.
That's kind of what God's has placed me here for. I got to get these things straightened out. Okay. I'm just a little guy. You know what I mean? Just a little guy with a big name.
We're all going through stuff. And we're all trying to get.
Well, let's get each other through it.
We're all trying to do what's expected.
It's the only way that we this whole we're in this together. No, we're not. You're going to hell. I'm not going to hell with you. Let's not go to hell. Let's go up. It's a free invitation, and it's way better than going down there. Like I said, you can't smile down there. You cannot smile down there. There's no smiling. You do not want to go there. The bottomless pit of Revelation 9, man. Then don't, and I'll show you how to get up there, man. All right. God bless y'all, man.
Tell you, don't drive.
I'm not driving. Amen. I will never drive in my life.
He says he will never drive in his life as he's sitting behind the driver's seat of a vehicle that he was clearly driving. Ugh, soft sits, man. So much stupidity. All right, after that, I think we need a smashing video, so to speak. So let me bring this one up, where a no-nonsense officer quickly smashes out a sovereign citizen's window. Let me bring it up. Let's see, share screen. Let's roll the video.
I just want to know what the emergency.
I'm saying you're stopping for speeding. Okay. Do you have a driver's license on you?
Yeah, I'll give you my information.
Yeah. You on probation or parole?
I'm giving you my information, sir. Hold on. I'm not committing any crime. I just want to know why do you guys have your emergency lights on? What's the emergency?
I just told you you're being stopped because you were speeding.
Are you recording this, please?
Yes, we are recording. We record everything. License and registration, please.
I got you right here.
Hey, sir, I don't like you reaching around. I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle.
Yeah, I don't want to step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm telling you, that's case law. I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle.
I love how the officer didn't even look at his ridiculous paperwork, which it's clear he printed off of some sovereign citizen website.
Listen, either step out of the vehicle, I'm gonna break the glass and I'm gonna pull you out of the vehicle. No, step out of the vehicle now, sir.
Don't break my window.
I'm asking you right now, step out of the vehicle then. Step out of the vehicle, please.
I'm under arrest. Still not breaking my window. I didn't commit a crime.
Step out of the vehicle.
Sir, I did not commit a crime. I will step out under arrest, please. I'll step out under arrest.
Please step out.
I will, please. Please do not hurt me. I'm fearful for my life, for my safety.
So he says he's going to step out under duress, but then he continues to sit in his car, basically reciting the same sovereign citizen script we've all heard a million times. He is not a common law man. He is a very special man, as he really needs to be committed to the psych ward. Oh, I agree. That last guy, definitely 72-hour hold at least. He was really acting stupid for his audience, though, or he has staged the whole thing since we don't see the officers. And I think probably more just acting stupid for his audience, most likely. I don't think it's fake. I mean, and I agree, Jack. He is a first ballot Hall of Fame of stupid. And now, the moment we've been waiting for.
I'm giving you 3 seconds, sir. If you don't step out of the vehicle now, I'm going to break the glass and you're going to get pulled out.
He said he was going to step out of the vehicle, but he's still in the car trying to debate the officer.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Sir, one.
I'm allowed to record.
One.
Sir.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're hurting me, sir. Please, I'm not resisting. Can you record? Please, somebody record. Somebody record this, please. Somebody record this. Somebody record this. Somebody record this. Somebody record this. Ow, yeah. Relax. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. You don't have to hurt me. I'm complying. You're hurting me. I'm not complying.
Relax. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting. I comply, sir. My elbow's broken.
I love how they always yell, "I'm not resisting," as they're clearly resisting. And I like how the officer just straight up with his bare hands ripped the glass out. Call the supervisor. That always makes things better for the driver. Yeah. I mean, not once have I ever seen a supervisor show up to a traffic stop and be like, "All right, man, you're free to travel. Have a nice day." I have never seen that happen before during one of these soft sit traffic stops.
I'm fighting, dude. I comply, sir. I relax. I complied. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. You're hurting me. You're okay. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Go to the hospital. You're hurting me. Record this, please. Please record this. Please record this live.
Oh, don't worry. It is being recorded, and the video shows you acting like an idiot, losing your window, and getting arrested. Well done.
To all these more scientists of America. To all these people.
6784. Can you start netting the stamina, please?
I'm hurting. I need medical attention. My elbow is broken. Please, buddy. I'm going in. All right.
You know, it's like the saying goes, you play stupid games, and of course, you win stupid prizes. It's like, really, what do these sovereign citizens expect to happen? Like, I need to get my own car window repair shop and advertise the soft sits that I'd make a fortune. You definitely wouldn't go out of business anytime soon, that's for sure. I can't decide whether the sound of a breaking glass or a taser makes me happier. Yeah, I love both. Both are great.
I know.
I got you guys' cameras. Yeah, we'll get you guys out right now. Okay, just a second.
I think that basically does it for that video. Pretty much. Let me look. Yeah, it's just my outro. Let me bring up another video. This one I haven't. Oh wow, this one I'm going through my videos and stuff, and this one I haven't seen in a long time. And it's also a window smash video. Let me bring this up. All right, share screen. And let me just check the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Idiots, how did they pass the driving test? Yeah, that is a good point. Like, they claim they don't need a license to drive, yet, I mean, all of them at one point or another had a driver's license. And what probably happens with most of them, they get a ticket or they get arrested, then they find a sovereign citizen video, and they actually think that this nonsense works. What about a taser? Maybe I'll bring up a taser video in a little bit, maybe. We have seen cases in which officers were trying to throttle a person, letting a police dog chew his leg, or hitting them with fists in the head saying, "Don't resist." There's definitely some bad cops out there, but for the most part, I mean, All right, let's roll the video.
Yes, sir. The reason I stopped you, your bike rack on the back, it's covering the license plate so it can't be read. Your center brake light's out. Okay, do you have your license registration card, sir? No, I sure don't. Okay. Just have to let you know we record video and all. Yeah, I'm recording as well. For both of us. You don't have your license with you? I sure don't. Okay. Do you have one in Maryland? No, I don't have a license. You don't have one at all? No. Do you have any ID with you? ID is required for what's the emergency officer? Why am I being?
And here we go with the sovereign citizen script. In case you didn't hear it, the reason for the traffic stop was because of a bike rack blocking the license plate and broken brake lights.
The stop in general, I'm confused. Like, because it's a violation of the Maryland Transportation Act. That's what I said. Yeah, but that doesn't apply to me. I'm not a part of the Maryland Transportation Union. Like, that doesn't apply to private citizens. That applies to people that's a part of the United States Constitution. That applies to people that's a part that has consent with the United States Constitution. I didn't sign. I'm not a part of that. Okay, well, you're driving a vehicle. I'm not driving a vehicle. This is an automobile. Okay, well, a consumer good.
You can call it whatever you want. You're still driving a motor vehicle. It doesn't matter what you call it. Automobile, vessel, car. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. Bottom line is you're still driving.
Yeah. What is your last name, sir? I don't answer questions about why do you need my name? Because it's required that I document that I stopped you, sir. But you're not supposed to be stopping me by law because I haven't committed a crime.
Hey, Mark, you might like this video. This guy is next level delusion after we got to see him slowly have a mental breakdown since no one believed his soft stuff. Oh yeah, Marcel Bassett. Yeah, that guy, Marcel Bassett. He's a nutcase in my opinion.
Right, you didn't commit a crime. You committed a violation. Violations don't apply to private citizens. Crime does. No, sir, it does. No, sir, it doesn't. No, sir, it doesn't. I'm recording as well. Okay, that's You took an oath for the Constitution, right? Sir, do you have an ID? You took an oath to supply me with your information. Why do I need to supply you? Because you're driving a vehicle. Am I under custodial arrest? You're not under arrest. So why do I even need to answer a question? You don't need to answer a question. So why are you asking me questions? What do you need my information for? Because I need to identify you. You don't need to identify me if I haven't committed a crime. Okay. Well, here's the issue. It's no issue. You're making an issue right now. You can either supply me with your information so I can identify you, or else you're going to be arrested. Arrested under what grounds?
You'll be arrested for failure to identify. Now just show them your damn license.
Because I don't know what crime have I committed? Right now, you're breaking the Constitution. You're going to arrest me and you have no crime.
Let's see. He asked what crimes he's committed. Well, on top of the traffic violations, let's see, failure to identify, and technically you could call this obstruction. I mean, because like the other soft sit that we saw, he's failing to provide his information, which he has to do by law.
Who said that I committed something? Who was damaged? Where's the damaged party? You have to point them out. That's a crime. I'm sitting here with paperwork now, and you're still going to stand here thinking that you're an authority. You're not. We're recorded for all our safety. Okay. Right?
I don't believe I've seen that video, Peter. The video of the Moorish woman in her graduation dress sentencing people. Nope, I don't believe I have seen that one.
Right now, so what am I going to be arrested for? For not identifying yourself. I don't have to identify myself unless it's a crime. You're lying right now. It's not a crime. Do you know what a crime is by the United States Constitution? I never said you committed a crime. I said you committed a violation. So you cannot have your property or your personal being touched if you did not commit a crime. There has to be a crime. Again, where's the crime? You're lying under oath right now. You're recorded. I'm not. Did I just not tell you I'm not under transportation article? Now you're moving backwards. Yes, you do not need information. Are you going? This is what you're going to get from me. This is it. If this not sufficient, you're going to break into my private property and then you're going to kidnap me, right? No, I'm not going to get that. Check that out. I got
Arresting someone isn't being kidnapped, genius. Ugh. I will check that video out. Thank you for sending me it. Just going through the chat. Oh yeah, the Karen Moore who said someone would be decapitated for locking her out of her apartment after she didn't pay rent. Man, these soft-sits, it seems like every day they get more and more delusional. Like, I'll definitely check that out.
got plenty of it.
Those papers you printed off of some website mean absolutely nothing.
Check it out. Read that,
Your
officer.
information in here, sir.
You don't need my information. You're redundant right now. You're not getting any information from me because you don't deserve to have it. If it's not a crime, you're not even supposed to stop me. Do you know that, officer? Without a crime, you can't stop. It's 100% true. Can I see a photo ID of you? I need your photo ID.
Sure, you show me your photo ID.
No, you're a public servant. That's what you are. I'm not. I'm a private citizen on the land.
Operating a motor vehicle.
You are lying right now. Right now, you're just a regular person.
Okay, sit tight. I'll be
Part 2. Driving without a license. Driving without a license. Got pulled over.
He says driving without a license, but I think he means traveling. I mean, you know how soft-sits love their little silly word games. Yep, we'll take a look at that video after this one finishes. I have it up. Who came up with all this craziness? I'm honestly not sure where it came from. I mean, this soft-sit stuff has been going on for years. I mean, and then, you know, you have people like Chili who think they're law scholars, but they're just even bigger morons that keep this stuff going and make people really believe that this soft-sit nonsense actually works.
By the police. The first officer just called his backup in. I'm quite sure he never heard about any of this before, so.
Of course he's probably never heard of any of this before, because again, it's total, utter nonsense.
He had to go get a supervisor.
Take care of the Celtic bastard. Thank you for coming by and hanging out. Have a great day, my friend.
Yes?
Are you going to give me your information?
I'm not giving anything. Am I under arrest for anything?
You will be unless you identify.
I will be under arrest for what? Under what grounds? What's the emergency?
I didn't say there was an emergency.
Well, if it's no emergency, what is the arrest for? Like, what's happening? What's going to happen right now is going to be bad. It's going to end bad because we're all recorded right now. And what you're trying to do is assume authority that you don't have. What I'm being very lawful right now. I'm within the law. And what you're trying to do, it's not going to work out. I'm trying to help you out right now.
Right.
You're assuming that you have an authority. No, you're not, because you're not, because I haven't committed a crime. Right. Do you understand? I haven't committed a crime. You're not even supposed to be talking to me. I'm a free man in transit right now. You stop me for no reason. You need to know what civil codes are and what crime is. I'm talking to you like a calm man. We're being recorded. You got us flanked right now by your partner. You are so out of line right now. You can't even come in my car. This is a private vehicle. You have to ask me out of it. If you come in here and do anything, you just trespass.
Are you going to exit the vehicle?
I'm not exiting the vehicle. Under what grounds? You have no grounds. You're just going to try.
He really loves the sound of his own voice. Like, hey, Persona, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Not even kidding, the first soft-sits were racists who hated everyone, not white American. Sadly, that doesn't surprise me. These soft-sits, though, man. You would think that they would realize that this foolishness doesn't work.
Not a bully. You don't even understand right now because it's who you are. It's who y'all are as a people. You refuse to stand down. All I got to do is go about my business, but it's going to go somewhere else because you have to have an authority that you don't have. You're here to keep the law, and I'm within the law, and you refuse because your pride is messed with now because I know I'm holding it right here. You're refusing, and we're recorded. We're recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're in the wrong. I don't have any reason to give you anything. And if I'm under custodial arrest, I'm going to stop talking. Am I under custodial arrest right now?
You're being detained right now.
Well, I'm not talking right now.
Are you going to exit the car?
Now they're around the back of the vehicle, playing like they have authority. I have no authority. It's no reason for me to be stopped. I repeated it.
Your car or vehicle or whatever you want to call it may be private property, but your private property is on a public roadway where, yes, the police do have jurisdiction.
And it's a peaceful detest. Like, I'm telling you what the law is. I'm showing it. I'm not getting out of my vehicle. I have no reason to get out of my vehicle. They can call the whole force here. I'm not getting out of my vehicle. And I'm going to drive away.
Well, as Schrodinger's cat would say, that is a terrible prediction. And we might as well get Safe Light Repair on standby.
Or it's going to be problems civil rights wise. And I can use the money, and it's not going to be against the police force. It's going to be against that personal officer. Now I need you to identify yourself because you haven't properly identified yourself. Now you're just a man outside my car with a gun. We have to go to be a witness charging me with whatever he's talking about because he's an observer to some violations that clearly I'm not a part of. I'm a free man and not a part of this United States of America thing where you need a driver's license in capital letters, a birth certificate and not a live certificate of birth, and a social security card, which is something that only like federal agents are supposed to have. So I'm going to sit tight and see what happens.
I can tell you what's going to happen because you don't want to give your license. You're going to go to jail instead of getting a ticket.
This is the part where they try to wait you out, like the duress part. This is what will happen when like normal people that don't know the law, like you go to pieces while you waiting. They like, oh, we got something on you. They have nothing on you. If you haven't committed a crime, nobody pointed you out, said you did this to them, it's no crime. This is the part where they pretend like they have the authority. But what you have to do is you still have to act peacefully. Like they want me to act out. If I act out, then they have cause. I guess that falls under mayhem or public nuisance. That's why cops always say shit like calm down. They're trying to promote a narrative like they're recording that you're wild.
And the sad thing here is he really thinks he's making a difference right now by teaching, and I know you can't see me, but I'm using air quotes, his followers this nonsense. I mean, that's all he's doing right now is teaching whoever watches him. He's just teaching them this soft-sit nonsense, and it doesn't work. The soft-sit nonsense doesn't work. It will never work. I do find it strange that the FBI never cracked down on the Moors. In the past, they had zero problems cracking down on any kind of Black Power movement. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I've seen some cases where Moors and Moorish soft-sits were getting arrested by the FBI. I mean, hell, the rise of the Moors here in Massachusetts, for example. I mean, pretty sure they brought in the SWAT team for that one. And yes, he did say drive.
But as long as you talk in a conversational tone, don't get all expressive and shit, you're fine. They don't have the authority to pull you over.
Yes, they do.
This is an illegal stop because no one said I committed a crime. He's coming off like, oh, you got a violation. I can't see your license plate. I don't even need a license plate on the car. That's what the law is because I don't have to register it. It's a personal good, a household good. So when you don't know that,
they'll pull you over and give you all these tickets and shit. He's probably still gonna write one, but I'm gonna write UCC code 1207 without prejudice on it, not consent, meaning I didn't sign up for any of that shit. So that's what I'm gonna give back to him. UCC.
Hey, trans girl, good to see you, my friend. We've watched a couple of videos. You're late, but I mean, we're still here, just hanging out, watching softsuits act like idiots as usual. Good to see you, my friend.
DC 1207 without prejudice, and you write on the ticket, and then you go have your day in court. And I'm charging them. It's been what, 11 o'clock? What did I say my rate was? $100 an hour. That's pretty cheap. I should charge more. I should give myself a raise right here because it's raining outside.
Well, good luck with that.
On rainy days, it costs more because of travel. You know what I'm saying?
So he's saying that his fee schedule should be more in price because it's raining out. Like, this guy is just making stuff up, literally. Delusion at its finest.
While I'm traveling and not driving my car, while I'm traveling and my consumer good to the place that I have to go inside to make my commerce, you know what I mean? Free man on the land, that kind of stuff. But he knows though, like they can't stand down. That's the thing about it. This is America on a whole. And when I talk about the construct, when I'm talking about white versus Caucasian, this is what I'm talking about. Right now, this is the white man, and I'm like, this is that no matter if you have the right or not, like, I don't give a fuck is what I say. And this is the problem with this country in a whole. These are the people that racism exists in, while they look like all the other people.
Yeah, this guy though, like, this is not a race issue. This is you not following the laws that everybody else has to follow. I find some of these videos disheartening because there are so many legitimate cases of cops acting outside the law that these clowns make it that much harder for real victims. Oh, absolutely, Kacey. Like, they always say that the cop is abusing their power, but when in reality, in 99.9% of these softsuit stops, that's not the case at all. Like, these softsuits always like to play victim. Mark, I'm increasing my fee schedule to 1,000 Stanley nickels. It's hot outside and getting up to turn my AC on is a lot of work. Just going through the chat. Reserving your rights does not grant you rights that you don't have. Oh, you can travel. You can travel wherever you want to go. You can walk, bike, by horse and carriage, go by train or plane. But as soon as you're behind the wheel, you need a license. It's simple. Yep, but all of these softsuits just don't seem to understand that simple concept, trans girl. Hey, Thor, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a great day so far. Take care, Kacey. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a great day.
This is police, right? This motherfucker right here, he a regular citizen off the clock. And what I'm talking about, hold up for him too. But since this is his job, he gonna go hard with it and try to make. Here come the third cop now. They gonna all get the same thing. You're gonna get. It's not gonna change. Nothing's gonna change. You're gonna need the supervisor out here, and it don't matter. I already told them. I already showed them this, so they can try to take it all they want.
And all of that is just, once again, meaningless stuff you printed off a sovereign citizen website and it has no legal meaning at all. None whatsoever. Oh, I can print out 1,000,000 pages from websites, but none of that makes it true. I mean, like, and you would think by now one of these software would update their script. I mean, because they all of them, they just say the same repetitive thing. Like, you would think that you would come up with something new by now.
And actually, I'm going to give it to him. That's above all of that pay grade and shit. They trumping people like, I got something in the car. I'm lawful right now. Y'all are ones that's not lawful. Y'all talking about a legal system versus a lawful system. The Constitution is the law of the land. I'm an American nationalist. I'm not a goddamn citizen of some fake ass constitution. Not constitution, but the citizenship shit. Yeah, they come with their boss now.
But Mark, people would never lie on the internet. I should know. I'm George Washington. But I read it in Black's Law Dictionary, and you know what they say about Black's Law Dictionary? It isn't. If it isn't in there, it isn't law. At least in their minds, that's what they think. And I love how they use the one that's like so outdated. I mean, that has no relevance in today's world. They don't reference the modern ones. They always reference the outdated versions so that it fits their narrative. Well, Mark, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's always been so successful.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, officer.
I'm the shift commander here.
Yes, how are
Hey,
you?
are you failing to identify yourself right now? You have nothing with your name on it. It's gonna be a simple traffic ticket. We're going on third day.
It's really simpler than that.
Yeah.
There's no crime committed, so I'm wondering why I was pulled over.
I apologize, man. I legitimately can't hear you.
There's no crime committed, so you guys shouldn't be pulling me over.
Well, there's a traffic violation.
I said crime. You're talking violation. The law of the land, the law of the letter versus the color of the law. All right, like, you know what a violation is versus the law. What the police has jurisdiction over private citizens about is crime. Me hurting somebody at their property, right? That's what crime is.
That's part of it.
No, that's crime. That's what I fall under.
Traffic violations are a type of crime, genius. Mark, as you know, I'm not a U.S. citizen, so if I go visit the U.S., I don't have to abide by your laws? Wow. That's what sovereign citizens wish they didn't have to abide by our laws. I mean, but yes, it's simple. It's very simple. If you're in the United States, you have to follow the laws of the United States. Really, very simple. Whoever is making the packages for these people has to be laughing their asses off from their mansion. Yeah, I wonder how much though for a sovereign. I wonder how much they charge for that sovereign citizen packet. Like, and yeah, whoever came up with the packet is probably rich. I mean, because so many people fall for it. It's kind of ridiculous how many people fall for it when you think about it.
But you have a jurisdiction. When I succumb to your orders is when I violate somebody's property or them. This is some civil nonsense. This is violations in code.
Very minor.
It's so minor that it's not a part of who I am, because my car, there's an automobile. It's not what you're talking about. I'm not a part of any of that you're talking about. I explained this to your officers, but y'all still here. And you haven't identified yourself. Anybody got a photo ID?
See, no, I already identified myself.
No, you haven't. I need a photo ID because you work for a corporation. Otherwise, I'm talking to a regular man right now. We do under what grounds?
This is your final warning.
Under what grounds? Why are you arresting me?
We don't want to do that.
Listen. We're not gonna play this game. You're gonna have to break into my private property and then kidnap me. That's what you're gonna do.
See, I would hate.
No, that's what you're gonna do. If that's what you're gonna do, we're not gonna bargain that out because I know my rights.
I know my rights, says somebody who clearly doesn't know their rights. And really, what he just basically said there, he basically just gave them consent to break his window. I've seen from several $100 to several dollars. It depends on the website. Wow, I mean, if they're really making that much money for a sovereign citizen package, I mean, it's around 40 to get the script. Margo, was that a baseball game last weekend to see a U.S. team play for our national team? An American got angry at me for not standing up at the U.S. national anthem. Just going through the chat. But yeah, that's incredible. People are really paying that much money for all the sovereign citizen nonsense. They're taking their money and throwing it literally in the trash, if you think about it, right down the drain.
And you're going to come to court, not the police department, you, because that's what I'm going to file the suit against about violating my civil rights. That is my right. And here you are. Right now, I'm not talking anymore. I'm under custodial arrest. This is what I'm saying at this point.
You're detained right now. You don't need to be arrested. I mean, it's going to come to that if you fail to identify yourself.
Ah, yes, Mark Stevens. That doesn't surprise me at all. I think the main script is attributed to a guy by the name of Mark Stevens. Oh yeah, we see Mark Stevens and his antics here on the channel. I mean, we watched a Mark Stevens video a couple weeks ago during my 1 year marathon, so I won't play it again today, but that Mark Stevens guy, like, can only imagine how many people he scammed because of this nonsense.
Unfortunately, but we don't want it to come to that. I'm quite sure you don't want it to come to that. So, if you have anything with your name on it, we can handle the traffic violation. We can all move on about our day.
I'll never understand why these sovereign citizens prefer to get arrested rather than just take a traffic ticket. They like making things worse for themselves.
Are you not going to do that, sir?
What are y'all gonna read me my rights, or am I gonna hold that against y'all too?
No.
Because I'm under custodial arrest right now. I need to be Miranda. Y'all think it's a game? I'm not playing. All you had to do was read what I gave you, and I could have been on my way. But y'all want to violate my constitution, right?
Okay, sir. So you're not going to supply any.
So for what? For what need?
It's yes or no.
What need? What crime was committed? Again, what crime? No, you haven't. Neither one of you have explained the crime. I'm using crime on purpose.
Why do these jokers ask police for 3 forms of ID? Well, I basically think, in my opinion, that for the most part it's a stall tactic that they use. I mean, because somewhere in their sovereign citizen beliefs, they think police officers need 3 forms of identification, which they don't. I mean, their badge and their name are enough. Like, it's just sovereign citizen nonsense.
You should know what's going on right now, but y'all still playing this role.
I know exactly what's going on.
Okay, well, what you're gonna have to do is come in my personal property and pull me out and kidnap me. That's what you're gonna have to do, because right now you don't have any jurisdiction over me because I haven't committed a crime. And we can go through all of this, or it could be simple and I could go about my way to the market like I was doing. That's what can happen. That's the only thing that's going to happen. You two are going to be cited for civil violations. I'm telling you.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Okay.
They've been convinced that they're going to get rich suing the cops if they get arrested. So from that perspective, it's an investment. They're just idiots who got scammed. Exactly. I mean, anybody can sue anyone for anything. It doesn't mean you're gonna win though. Like, I've never once seen a sovereign citizen win in court or sue an officer and win. Never seen it. Probably will never see it because again, it's just nonsense. And you're correct. They did get scammed.
The VIN number's right there. Only thing you can check this car for is to see if it was stolen. That's it. That's what you have jurisdiction over. That. See if the car's stolen.
I'm gonna ask you to exit the vehicle.
I'm not getting out of my personal vehicle, my personal consumer good. You're gonna have to break in my personal vehicle and kidnap me. That's what's gonna happen.
Please don't make us break your vehicle.
Listen, hey, listen. Do what y'all need to do. Do what you need to do. I'm not getting out of my personal vehicle. Take it as far as you need to take it.
Absolutely silly right now.
Okay, I'm keeping my. You trying to violate my constitution and telling me I'm being silly?
Right now you are under arrest. Please exit your vehicle.
I'm not leaving anything. I'm not under arrest because I haven't committed a crime. I'm peaceably refusing to leave my personal property. I'm peaceably refusing to leave my personal property. That's what's happening. I'm not getting out of my personal property. Violate my constitution. And why are you touching my personal property? I'm asking these officers these people to remove their hand from my personal property. That's what's happening right now. My personal property. So if you come in here, that's what you're facing, officer. And you guys don't even know the law.
All right. Again, I'm going to ask you, please exit the vehicle, sir.
They're about to break my window, which I'm pressing charges about. I'm not leaving my vehicle.
Here comes the good part.
Glass shit. Get all of it.
This is unbelievable. 3 officers for 30 plus minutes listening to this nonsense. Yep, and sadly, it happens way too often, Adam, that they listen to the nonsense, and then, I mean, this stop should have been done with in 5 minutes, really. Like, unfortunately, that's where he turns his camera off. Now, that was pretty dumb, but I have a bonus clip that might be dumber. These 2 sovereign citizens decide that it's a good idea to blow through a DUI checkpoint. Credit to Just Police Videos for this video. I'll post a link to their channel in the description. Oh god, it's this one. The free man on the land. Some warning if you're wearing headphones, this video could get a little loud.
Got some police in pursuit of us at the moment. Illegal corporation. Yeah, we just went through a breathalyzer. We refused to stop through a breathalyzer test. So, yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Free man on the land.
You gotta be pretty dumb to do this, but even dumber to record your crimes, then publish them online for the world to see. And by the way, you're not gonna be a free man on the land for much longer. Indeed they do. Great minds do think alike.
Got 2 cars in pursuit, close by.
And now, I love how these soft-sits are gonna react when the police finally stop them and break out their window. It's hilarious how they react. I mean, like, what did they think was gonna happen? Just watch.
Where, mate? No, mate. No, mate. Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
And of course, he's gonna ask the question he clearly knows the answer to already. Am I under arrest? Well, what the hell do you think? The police are gonna say, "Oh, you're a free man. So sorry, sir. Please go on your merry way, and we are so sorry." And that might happen in the land of make-believe. Or in the little delusional world they like to live in. Maybe that will happen. What do you think? Of course you're under arrest, idiot.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest or am I free to go? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? I've been stopped on my way home. Am I under arrest? No, what? No. You, I do not consent. You've got no right. Whoa! This is thuggery. What the hell's going on? What the hell is going on? Open the door. Am I under arrest?
Yes. Under arrest.
What for? Have you got my?
That's gonna do it for this video. Thank Hello, man. Like, so, I mean, I wonder if he was still asking by the time he got to the police station if he was under arrest. It seems like they don't know the answer to the most obvious question. No, mate, we stopped you just to say what's up, mate. Hey, Miss Mandy, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What the hell's going on? You got an answer to your question. You're under arrest. All right, so this next video that I believe it was Peter posted in the chat. Let me bring it up. I have like 5 different tabs open. So this video comes to us from Truth and Science 151. I will post a link to their channel in the chat. Let me do that right now so I don't forget. Let me bring this video up. So I guess this is a Moorish sovereign citizen. And I haven't seen this video, so I'm not sure what to expect.
All rise and stand. This is Southern living ancient art of North American Almalacan court action. I am a living daughter, living justice, Anawa and Kylie Bay, and Cactus, and the usual Nolo, and Popia Persona Juris, and Popia Solo, and in Popia Corredes. I gave your office a message telling them not to use any key in that door. I am the lord of this land, okay? Stay.
Oh God, you can already tell the delusion is strong with this one.
Your name and nationality for the record.
What in the doohickey is going on here? Why does this lady have on a graduation outfit? Now, the gentleman has already politely apologized. Why are you still screaming at him for doing his job?
Oh my god! Like, and he really asked them what their nationality was. Like, that has anything to do with anything. Like,
Your name and nationality for the record. I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch. When I find out who you are, I will have a provost marshal come and arrest you, and you are going to Guantanamo Bay.
6 hours later.
Do you understand that you are bound by the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786 and 1836? Do you understand that you are bound by the Constitution for the United States, 1789 and 1791? Do you understand?
you know, an alternate title for today's stream could be "How to Get Yourself 5150'd." Like, really? I mean, so much delusion. Like, why is she wearing a graduation freaking cap and gown? Like, I have so many questions. If they say they are Moroccan, ask them for where their Moroccan passport is. It's mandatory for every Moroccan to have one since 1959, no matter where you live or where you're born.
Well, it's fair to assume that they don't understand what you're talking about because you're talking a bunch of rubbish. Furthermore, who are you even speaking to? The two gentlemen walked off about 20 minutes ago.
That no United States corporation citizen, nor their agents, principals, heirs, assigned, nor any derivatives thereof have any personal jurisdiction, nor territorial jurisdiction, nor subject matter jurisdiction over I, your lord, nor over any lords who are lords. You are hereby sentenced to 365 days in Guantanamo Bay, where you will be decapitated.
Holy crap, like oh my god. Like, freaking so freaking delusional. Like oh my god. I did not expect that. Why is she yelling at the stairs? I have no idea. Only she can answer that question.
In Guantanamo Bay, where you will be decapitated.
Hey, wait a second. That's an unfair sentence. You're going to decapitate these poor men for simply doing their job? That's crazy. And then you want them to be sentenced to 365 days and then be decapitated? What is the point of sending them to jail if you're going to decapitate them anyway? I just don't understand this. This isn't swift justice.
In Guantanamo Bay, where you will be decapitated. You are hereby sentenced to 365 days in Guantanamo Bay, where you will be decapitated. You will undergo extensive constitutional law reduction training. Do you understand?
Wait a second. This now sounds like torture. You're going to send them to constitutional training and then decapitate them after they learned all of that knowledge?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That was something. She's definitely, I don't know, delusion's even the right word to describe her, but maybe completely insane is a better description. And again, that comes to us from Truth Science 151. Be sure to go subscribe to them and like their video. I'll post the link to their channel again in the chat. So yeah, that definitely was something. And I think since we're watching Moors, I think it's been a little while since I've last taken a look. Well, since I last watched, rather, the Mr. Moormish sovereign citizen who got his window broken twice, then went to Mexico, tried that sausage crap down there. We all know him, folks. I'm talking about good old Herbert. Because, and you know, his videos are some of my favorites. I mean, just because of how stupid and nonsensical he is. So let me bring this video up. And just a fair headphone warning because he yells and screams a lot. So fair warning right now, headphones. And yeah, you were right, Peter. She definitely is insane. Like, I'll have to do some more research up about her. Let me bring up this video. Let's see, share screen, Chrome tab. And here we go with even more Moormish insanity. Before we go further, let me just say, what the hell is up with that car? Has this guy ever heard of a car wash? And let me check the chat real quick. Furthermore, the treaty was about commerce and agreement. How to treat prisoners taken from both sides. It isn't what they think. Oh yeah, they definitely misinterpret it. Okay, I think I'm all cut up. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. All right.
Yes.
It's in there.
Where's it at? I don't see it. I need a license. That's not a license.
It's in there, man. Have your name and badge number?
Oh. Yeah, my name's Officer Schneider. I'm badge 231, sir. I need your license, okay?
Excuse me.
My name's Officer Schneider. I'm badge 231. I need your license.
Is there a recording made of this counter? Is there a recording made of this counter?
Sir.
I mean, this guy can't even pronounce words like encounter correctly. Like how can he read that huge script? Like good old Herbert Studdill, a speech impediment that could end a marriage in Alabama. I mean, I'm not going to make fun of him for his speech impediment, but his soft-sit beliefs are just wrong and stupid, basically. Just if he cannot get money for coming home, he certainly has no money to wash his car. Yeah, that's a good point.
Need your license, okay?
Yeah, I'm showing you a license. He has it.
I've said this in a previous video, but I'll say it again. Those papers you printed off online mean absolutely nothing. Also, giving the officer a huge stack of papers is not showing your license. Oh yeah, this guy is terrible. I mean, some of the things he's done. I saw that one video where I believe it was his wife. He prevented his wife from getting medical treatment and basically closed the door in the paramedics and officers' faces. Like, I don't know, that video is a little disturbing, so I'm not going to show it, but I've seen that video, and yeah, this guy is nasty. Like, just in general, he is a horrible person, in my opinion.
It's not a license.
He has it.
What's that?
He has it.
Sorry?
He has it.
What all is that?
May I speak? For the record, may I have your name and badge number?
They already told you their names and badge numbers. Weren't you paying attention?
We need to pray.
Where's your license at? Bud's got your name and stuff in there or what?
Yeah.
It's got all our name. Where's
Yeah.
it?
Everything's in there.
Sir, upon the request of a police officer in the state of Michigan, sir, you must present a
Is there an emergency? How can I help?
Otherwise, you're in violation of the law. Do you understand that?
Are you familiar with Article United States Code 12 is a section 241 and 242?
All right, stand by for a second, sir, okay?
Huh.
You have a driver's license.
I already have it. I already showed it to you.
You have a Michigan driver's license.
I already showed it to you.
Where's it at?
You have the paper. I gave you the papers.
Put the camera down.
For Grand Theft Auto.
Sir.
Grand Theft Auto.
We're ordering you to get out.
Grand Theft Auto.
You know, I love how these soft-sits supposedly don't recognize United States laws, but here we have Herbert just randomly yelling out crimes in the United States, like Grand Theft Auto, breaking and entering. Like,
It's upon the request of a police officer, you must step out of the vehicle.
You want me to get out? No, don't get out.
Do you understand me? Step out of the car, put your camera down. Sir, once again,
I am not for hire.
ordered by
For the record, I am operating in a not for hire capacity
I'm giving you 30
for,
seconds.
by engaging in any form of transportation. No, don't get out.
I'm giving you 30 seconds. And I'm
I have showed you my ID.
Can I get out?
No, don't get out. Don't get out. Don't get out. Don't get out. Don't get
and now he's telling his passenger to not get out of the car. Oh my god. If you want to do this whole soft-sit thing, then sure, go for it, but don't get your friends who probably don't know any better involved with it. I saw a video from stupid Americans visiting Morocco on July 4th. They invited their fellow hotel guests to come with them to the roof for the fireworks. Would it be dangerous for the cop to show an authentic driver's license when the Moor shows them his or her Moorish license? I mean, I think that's exactly what cops should do. Just show them a license. Here, this is what a real license looks like, and not your made-believe crap that you printed off of some website. Mark, do you understand that laws only apply to you? Don't you understand that laws only apply to you, don't you? Laws do not apply to me. That's just how it is. Mhm. Just going through the chat. Thank you, some random dude, for the $5 super chat. Just received terrible news at the Gripty's Chili lost his #1 spot. Vote everyone. We need to help the poor kid win his first award. Chili. That guy. It's something new with that guy every day. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Get out.
Let's go.
Here.
This is not an ID. That is an identity card that doesn't mean nothing. Step out of the car.
Breaking and entering.
Sound warning if you're wearing headphones. You might want to turn your volume down.
Breaking and entering. Breaking and entering.
All right, sir, you've been warned.
No! Don't break my window! 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 Breaking and entering! Breaking and Open it up now. Grant the bottle. Grant the bottle. Grant the bottle. Grant the bottle. Grant the bottle.
Look at this girl. Pull his ass out. Pull his ass out, son. Amar, get over there.
Kind of work into my own creative mood and stay up there.
Doing the same thing. Well, that was satisfying, kind of. I mean, well, really, I mean, what did Herbert expect? Like, I mean, you act like an idiot, you're gonna win stupid prizes. Like, and you know what's insane? That he tries it again. He tries the same exact script again. Get the words right.
And there's great savings on much more. Be sure to visit our website at wiggins.nursery.com. Remember, for the best quality, selection, value, and service, buy direct from the nursery. Ray Wiggins Nursery, since 1941. In Macomb Township, on Romeo Point Road,
I have a Mormons national license.
What does that have to do with,
Here you go.
5% confident I can just send that angry email about my boss to my boss. Johnson, get in here. What does this have to do with, having a driver's license in the state of Michigan?
My nationality is Mormon. I already been through this at the time.
So what does that mean?
Here you go.
Oops, sorry, my mic was muted. I was just saying, their nationality during a traffic stop means absolutely nothing. Like really has no relevance whatsoever. I'm not sure who screams better, Herbert or that other guy.
And where did you get this?
My nationality is Mormon.
Okay. Well, you still have to have a Michigan driver's license to drive here in the state of Michigan.
Is there a saying about once bitten? I'm not sure, honestly.
You don't have that with you?
My right is to travel. I have the right to travel.
You have the right to travel. Everybody has the right to travel, but you also have to have, by Michigan state law, a driver's license. Do you have that, sir?
May I have your name and badge number?
Yes, it's Corporal Kacey.
And what is the emergency? How can I help?
Okay, first of all, you have to listen to what I'm saying, okay?
I have given you my papers.
I'm in control here, not you.
I have given you my papers.
Those papers don't mean anything.
Yes, they do. Okay. How about we settle this in court again?
You need to listen to me. Put your car in park.
That's great. Can I download you a copy?
You have a Michigan driver's license, yes or no?
That's my license right there.
Okay, that.
Once bitten, twice shy. I should have gotten that one. Guess I just wasn't thinking. Good, Mark. We need everyone there. Everyone to do their part. I believe we can win this chili. This chili has the best community support in it for this. He'll probably win. I mean, I know this community will get him the votes needed.
Is not a valid Michigan driver's license.
So
I'm going to ask you this much as of right now.
Are you going?
Listen to me first.
What
of all,
facts or information are you alleging to give probable cause to arrest or coerce me?
Dude, you already tried this once. This whole soft stick crap doesn't work. Some people never learn their lesson.
Listen to me very carefully. Very carefully. Do not obstruct or interfere with my duties right now, okay?
For the record, I am not operating in a for hire capacity for engaging in the form of transportation or other commercial use of highways.
Listen to me.
That's it for me. Dinner is ready and I have to go. Bye, everyone. Please stay safe. Thank you, Transgo, for hanging out, and I hope you have a great dinner. Take care, my friend.
Please acknowledge that you have been informed. Am I under custodial arrest?
Okay. This is what I'm saying to you.
Am I under custodial arrest?
You're about to be under arrest here in a second.
What is the probable cause that leads you to believe that I have committed or are about to commit a crime that authorizes you to stop and detain or arrest me?
When you're looking to save on fresh food for your family, bring your shopping list to Kroger.
In order to protect my rights and not waive an error or accident, I wish to clarify my legal standing of the situation. A, you said I am not free to go. I must conclude that I'm in a custodial arrest.
Give me a license.
I gave it to you.
Obstructing justice.
I gave it to you.
That is not a license. And you're also interfering right now.
I'm not interfering. I also have to go to court.
You have a license. 1.
I do not vandalize my property.
3.
Herbert is really talking to a little child. Like, I mean, really, the officer has to count down like he's talking to a little child. I mean, and he got his window broken once, and for some reason though, he still thinks this soft crap is gonna work. Like, you would think he would take the hint the first time it failed. Herbert's favorite hobby is getting car windows broken, hitting no side notes, and getting arrested.
Do not vandalize my property.
4. 5.
I am not.
Open this door.
No.
Open this door.
I cannot do that.
You're violating the law right now, okay?
I ask you again, do you intend to harm, injure, or steal my property or otherwise punish me for acknowledging my fundamental protective constitutional rights? I'm asking you again, do you continue to intend to deny me my right?
I'm going to bust this window open and take you to jail.
Where's my arrest warrant?
Open this door now.
Where's my arrest warrant?
You don't need an arrest warrant to get arrested. Stop listening to YouTube University.
He's giving you a lawful command, sir. Lawful order.
You have no
Your statement is partly false and an outright lie.
Sir.
Are you now trying to fabricate probable cause or making false statements into a record and false allegations against me?
Sir,
He's literally just reading off a paper, and he has no idea what he's really even saying. I'm confused. He told them not to vandalize his property, but they did it anyway. Clearly, he needs his Moore Assembly embassy to step in and bring formal charges. Well, he wishes.
Giving you a lawful command to open the door. Your statement is partially false and an outright lie. And now you are trying to fabricate probable cause of making false statement into the record and false allegation against me. I ask you, where is my warrant? Where is my warrant?
Sir.
Where is my warrant?
Lawful order.
Where is my warrant? Where is my warrant?
A lawful order to
Can I have your name and badge number?
You have audio and video, sir.
Can I have your name and badge number?
This right here? That's
name?
Okay? I can hear everything you can say. You can see what I can say.
I'm asking you again, do you intend to deny me my right and falsely imprison me, or am I free to go?
You must provide identification.
I gave it to you.
Are you driving in the state of Michigan? Are you driving in the state of Michigan, sir? Can you answer my question, sir?
These are my papers. These are my papers. These are my papers. These are my papers.
You have identification, sir?
I gave you an ID card.
Do you have
I
identification?
gave you an ID card.
Do you have
I
identification?
am Mormon. My nationality is Mormon.
Identification?
My nationality is Mormon. Do not break my automobile. Oh, damn it! Damn it!
You're out of the car
Damn
right
it!
now. You're under
Damn
arrest, sir. You're under arrest.
Damn
Let
it!
me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Okay.
Let me see your fucking hands, man! Don't fucking move!
Don't you
Don't
dare.
you reach in your pocket, dude! Fucking blow a hole in you! You did too reach in your pocket! I want you to exit this vehicle. Hands, let me see them.
Now you're gonna listen.
Grab that right wrist.
Hang on. Let me find out where the
He reached in his pocket, man. I don't know what the fuck he was grabbing.
pull him out.
Yeah. You broke my window again.
Watch his pockets, dude. You gotta get something.
You broke my window again. You know, if you stop this soft sit nonsense, then they wouldn't break your window every time. Like, you only have yourself to blame for that.
My window again. Oh, damn! Damn it!
You're going to jail.
Damn, before I could, I'm under what proper cause? Under what proper cause? Show me.
Obstructing, interfering.
Under what
barrier,
authority?
No valid
Under what
driver's
authority?
license.
Under what
State law of
authority?
Michigan.
Under what authority? Damn, you broke my window again. You broke my window again.
Again?
Again.
That was the first time I did it.
I love the officer's reaction. What do you mean again? That's the first time I did it. Hey, that's basically the end of this video.
I don't.
So obviously you had contact with police before.
I don't.
But that thing was
consent to
pretty good.
searches and seizures. I don't consent to searches and seizures.
Well, right now.
Fourth Amendment requires me.
Lawful order to provide identification. You failed.
I gave you
You're under arrest,
identification.
sir, okay?
I
Calm
gave
down.
you identification. Where's that
Valid
card I
driver's
gave you?
license, sir. You didn't give me
Where's
no,
that card
you
I
didn't give
gave
me
you?
no, everything's on audio and video, my man. So you can try to do whatever you got to do, man. We've been through this a million times.
I already
People like
been
you.
to court. I already been to
Oh,
court.
you can go to court again.
Thrown out.
Now you got to
The
go to
case
court
been
again.
thrown out.
Okay.
The case been thrown out. I told you I don't consent.
You gotta. I'll do the hook on the car.
Yeah, okay, the case is going to be thrown out. Yeah, I highly doubt that. I think it was a little bit after this is when he fled down to Mexico. I think, but I'm not sure. Hey, Sid Killian. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but it is good to see you, my friend. I'm terrible at names, so forgive me. I think that's basically, let me check if there's any other videos we can watch. Something good, something... just going through my video list here. Yeah, we can watch this one. I posted this video a couple of weeks ago, but it's still really good. This is probably going to be the last video, so we're going to end it with another window smash. So we're going to end the stream with another window smash. Let me bring it up. And stop sharing that. All right. Let's see, share screen. This sovereign citizen hits everything on the bingo card, the stop sit bingo card. And yeah, this, like I said in my actual video on this video was recorded on a potato, so there really wasn't nothing I could do about it, or the green bar thing. Mark, this has been a blast, but I need to go do some stuff and things for reasons. Later. Take care. Take care, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. Just sent a video link. I'll check that out. Anyway, let's roll the video.
Turn the window a little bit farther, please.
I think that's good.
Okay. Your registration is expired on this vehicle. 11 of 2011.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so your license, registration, insurance?
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
I'm sorry?
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
Yeah, you have to provide me those documents, sir.
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
Yeah, your name and date of birth, please.
Then you haven't answered my question.
Yes, they can. So.
Well, then under the Fifth Amendment, I do not agree.
Unfortunately for you, the law doesn't care if you agree. You're required by law to hand over your driver's license.
Sir. Okay, just stay tight for me real quick, okay?
Good thing we're traveling. We're not driving anywhere.
Delusion at its finest right there. Good thing we're traveling and not driving. Like, you are driving. You're literally sitting in the driver's seat of a motor vehicle. You're driving. The stupidity is strong with this guy. You're traveling by means of driving, and therefore, because you're driving, you need a driver's license.
Sir.
Yeah.
You do have to give me your name.
Anything that can be used against me in the
Sir,
court of
you
law,
have
I
to give
do.
me your name. Is this vehicle yours?
Yes.
Is it in your name?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, what name might that be? I can get it off comm center, sir.
I know you can.
You don't have to be a hard time. I can work with you here. This is just an expired registration. Okay?
Yes.
So, what is your name, please?
I do not consent to this conversation.
He doesn't consent to the conversation. Well, like, your consent isn't required. I mean, you have the right to not answer questions, but I mean, you still have to provide your information. What does that have to do with anything, sir? You don't get to claim a Fifth Amendment for a stupid traffic stop. Did you break the law of the state? Yes. Does that mean you get a ticket? Yes. You don't understand that traveling refers to crossing state lines and also refers to movement on foot or horseback. There is nothing about motor vehicles as they do not have them. Yep, big brain right here. Yep. These guys, this stops it.
Hang tight. Step out of the vehicle.
I have a question. So if I refuse to give you these documents, what happens?
You go to jail. You have to give me you have to at least give me your name and date of birth.
I have another
you have
question
to give
then.
me let me finish.
See, I mean, he's going to get arrested, have to pay to replace his window, and on top of that, he's going to have to pay for the tow and, storage fees that go along with that. Tell him it's getting towed because you haven't seen a license. Exactly. Like, oops, sorry. I mean, you would think it would just be easier to take the ticket, provide your information, take the ticket, and be on your way. But these sovereign citizens, they must really love jail.
You're starting to piss me off. You have to give me at least an ID, okay? And you're refusing to do that. I have enough probable cause here to get your ID, all right? And you're refusing to do that. I can throw you in handcuffs, take you out, and get your fingerprinted, and wait till you see who you really are. How about we do that?
So if you take me to jail, what happens to my vehicle?
It gets towed.
Are you aware under U.S. Code 18 Section 242. That is a violation of deprivation of rights under color of law.
How is that?
Punishable by a $10,000 fine per infraction.
Okay.
So that's $30,000 you just offered me.
Okay. Now how?
Now
How is that?
Another softset genius activated his fee schedule.
Under U.S. Code
How is
42.
that a violation?
The way this is going so far, I think we should get Safe Light Auto on standby.
You are trying to force me to give you these documents.
Sir, I have enough. When a police officer pulls you over, you are supposed to give him the documents he needs.
Under the Fifth Amendment, anything that I hand you can be used against me, and I do not have to. You took an oath to uphold the U.S. Constitution?
Guys, can I see any IDs in here? No?
There's no need for you to have my ID.
What's that?
There's no need for you to have my
I want to see
ID.
if anybody's wanted in this vehicle.
You have no right to do that.
There hasn't even been a crime
Yes,
committed.
there has. You're driving an unregistered vehicle, and that by itself,
Who has been injured?
sir.
Who is the injured party?
Sir.
We've been through this a million times. A crime does not require an injured party. That's just sovereign citizen nonsense.
This vehicle, being unregistered, can be towed.
Well, under U.S. Code 42, Section 1983, a violation of any of those previous things that I mentioned is a civil rights violation, which I can then sue you for your house, your car, and everything that you
Sir,
own.
driving an unregistered vehicle, your vehicle can be towed.
That is color of law.
Sir, it's in black and white. It can be towed.
Well, you better read these U.S. Code 18242 and U.S. Code
All right,
42, 1983.
Car on its way, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
It's mind-boggling to me that these sovereign citizens really think that this nonsense works. Something tells me you're not going to be laughing and having fun in a few minutes.
Officer number 2. Oh, and the spotlight. And now they ramp up.
I mean, it's like they are so confident in their arrogance. It's like they really think that they're going to be traveling out of there freely tonight. I mean, the confidence, man, it's like an arrogant type of confidence. And these sophomores are going to have a reality check for them. Too late for ID, sir. The car gets towed and you can tell the judge I'm wrong. Just going through the chat. And yes, I agree, some random name. It would be easier to just follow the law. But then on the flip side, I mean, we wouldn't have this interesting content to watch.
13. Ask for the badge number and name and stuff too.
Roll down the window.
It's down far enough.
Roll down the window.
I can hear you.
Let me see your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
Let you know, okay? This driver's stop's being recorded.
All
right. There's a lawful traffic stop. You're required in Pennsylvania to produce that documentation.
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
Each other before.
Yeah.
You're cordial then.
I've learned a lot since then.
Let me see the documentation.
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
Excuse me?
Can those documents be used against me in a court of law?
In what sense?
Can they be used against me in a court of law?
To identify you. Identify the ownership of the vehicle and the proof, make sure there's proper insurance.
To be used in court against me, which goes under the Fifth Amendment, which means I do not have to give them to you.
This is the last time I'm going to ask you.
So, all right, if I don't give you these, what's going to happen then?
The first officer already told you they're going to arrest you and tow your car.
We're going to take you to the station, all right? Fingerprint you, okay?
You're going to place me under arrest?
No, it's going to be a suspect ID at that point.
Well, all right. If you do that, what's going to happen to my vehicle?
They've told you 100 times they're going to tow the vehicle. How many times do they have to tell you?
Are you aware that under U.S. Code 18, Section 242, that is a violation of deprivation of rights under color of law, punishable by $10,000 punishable by a $10,000 fine per infraction.
Where we're coming in.
And under U.S. Code 42, 1983, that's a civil rights violation.
Okay.
And I can sue you for your house, your car, and everything you own. And did you not swear an oath to
now they're
uphold
surrounding the vehicle.
Did you uphold
surrounding the vehicle?
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Did you not take it off? Oh,
look at it. Look at this. What is this? Why is the reason for this? What is the reason for this?
Hey,
what is the reason? Hey,
this car.
What is the reason?
What's going on here?
What is the reason for this? What is the reason? What are the charges?
All of you, out of the
What are the
vehicle right now.
charges?
Out of the vehicle right now.
What are the charges?
Out of the vehicle right now.
I'm stopping now. I'm not trying to be. On the ground. Look. What's the reason? What is the reason? What is the reason? Both of you have no reason. Get on the ground now. You have no reason. Why are you taking my property? Get on the ground.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you drop out of the 3rd grade, watch YouTube videos, and think you're a law expert. The driver caused all of this. All he had to do was hand over his license or an identification card, and he probably would have just gotten a ticket. But nope, he's going to play the whole sovereign citizen defense, get arrested, get his car towed, and now he's going to be looking at resistance charges on top of everything else. It's the definition, folks, of playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. I couldn't have said it better myself, Passmark. The reason he failed to comply with lawful orders of a police officer in the performance of his assigned duties. Good job. Oh. Sovereign citizens, man. Thank you, Patricia Bradshaw, for being a member for 4 months. Thanks for the fun stream. Take care, everyone. Take care, my friend. We are going to be wrapping up here as well. We've been going out for just a little over 3 hours. So yeah, I think this is a good spot to end it. I haven't had anything to eat today, so I'm going to go grab some lunch or something to eat. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. Thank you to some random name and Robster1001 for your super chat contributions. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to some random name and Adam for becoming channel members during the stream. I really appreciate all of your support. And all my members, thank you to all my members as always. And to everyone who watched the stream. It's like I always say, guys, this channel would be nothing without all of you. So I hope everybody has a great day. And as always, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.